What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to this exciting day of the championship season, the final game of the long championship season we've had. Does anyone want to do the maths? How many championship games we've had this year? I can do a little bit of quick maths here. If I'm a bit out of breath, it's because I literally just ran downstairs to get a drink of water just before I went live. You may be scared, new haircut as well. Yes, didn't plan for it. It was just long overdue. Got a new haircut. Let me know how audio is as well. I'm going to be very aware of that. And if I'm going to turn the monitor just a tiny bit, now I've got a much better view. Although the microphone is covering a big portion of the screen. But hopefully I shouldn't need to see that bit. So guys, audio is good. I hope so. Looking good, Alice says Charlie. Thank you, that's a good sign. We've got a vote as well about who's going to win the playoff final, Huddersfield and Nottingham Forest. Make sure you cast your vote on that, and I'll end the poll, I think, when kickoff starts. Janus Life, welcome. XY6, welcome. Coniston, welcome to the stream as well. Good to see all of you here. 449 games. It'll be more than that, Charlie. It'll be more than that. So you've got 46 times 12, including the 5 playoff games as well. So you've got 552. I remembered it because I'm actually doing a video related to that at the moment. 552 plus the 5 games. So this is the final game. We've had 557 games. That is the amount of games we have in a championship season. And if you remember this, some games have been postponed and have almost had to be repeats of themselves as well. It's been very difficult. It's been very stop-start this season. But it's finally getting I'm hoping, a really good conclusion today. That's what I really hope from this. 11 of you watching already. Guys, thank you so much. Now, my aim for today is going to feel like I'm a very jealous... you feel like... If you imagine, like, if you got, like, a really cool party that some of your friends have made for you, but they don't invite you. That's how I kind of feel about this at the moment. So just kind of sitting back and then just looking at all most other championship content creators having the fun, going to Wembley, although the weather's not looking so nice there. So maybe a bit, maybe a good time not to go really. But having said that, it is so frustrating because I'm literally a 1 hour train journey away from getting to Wembley, but can't get tickets, you know. Their security system's going to be much better than the one they had in last night in the Champions League. That's all I'm going to say with that. There's none of this of me trying to get into the stadium, all of that. I'll have to stick by the rules. I'll have to stay at home. And, oh, by the way, do you like my scorecard? I've changed it up a little bit as well, including a little Championship Arrow Premier League animation there. We've got everything right. We've even got a nice little clock there because that's where the time is going to be. Very little the time is going to be, but it's just literally everything I could have put as possible on that scorecard. I've tried very hard to do what I had to do there. I will talk about the build-up to the game. We're just, we started early. We're 45 minutes before kickoff, so we can have a bit of time just to catch up with everyone and everything. I'll read a couple of comments, and then after that, we'll start, getting into it here. This is more interesting than the UCL final yesterday. Well, it's not much. Coniston, I'll say that. The sleeping giant versus the immovable object. Very interesting analogy there using that. Forest versus the Terriers. Don't think too much. Yeah. Honestly, that's absolutely fine. I'm the commentator there. The only thing I'm slightly peeved off about is that Mark's streaming this. He's not helping himself that he wants to deny being a Nottingham Forest fan. That's all I'm going to say. But we've only really got Mark and then a couple of other streamers who'll be streaming this game as well. But with Bloom, Matt SB, and so many people at Wembley, there's going to be a lot of viewers who can't go to Wembley who will be watching these live watch-alongs ago. And actually, the playoff final last year is my most viewed stream out of all the streams I've done. So it's due to be a really good one today, and that's what I'm hoping there. Guys, do make sure you do vote for who you think will win the playoff final. We've got a very clear favourite out of everyone at the moment here. You're sad. The vet says Lecon. Oh, I hope you're right. I hope whether it's your cat, dog, or whatever pet you have, I hope they're doing okay. Charlie wants to see the teams. The teams are actually out with 38 minutes left, so we did get them a good couple of minutes ago. let's actually review the teams together. So let's stop waffling. Let's actually talk through and preview what we can see here. So, Huddersfield, they're gone for a back three with Nichols, Sarr, Colwell and Lees. Now that is an interesting back three there. Toffolo Pippa stays in the squad there with O'Brien and Jonathan Hogg as the double midfield. Now, what was different is that Jonathan Hogg had to play one of the centre-backs last time, but Naby Sarr returns back into the starting 11. So he'll be playing in one of the centre-back positions. Jonathan Hogg will be more advanced, which I do think Jonathan Hogg plays better in that protective midfield role. With O'Brien, and there was a very interesting story coming up of Lewis O'Brien today, that Huddersfield were offering him a new contract and still are, but Leeds can have a really good opportunity to swoop him for £10 million, especially if Huddersfield don't get promoted. So that could be a little bit of an exciting game for Leeds fans, especially if Huddersfield lose out. I think O'Brien will definitely be, in a hot seat to join a Premier League club. Sorba Thomas, Danny Ward, and Sinani. Now, Danny Ward has recovered. He actually was injured in the second leg game against Luton Town, so he has recovered in time to be in this game. Jordan Rhodes, who managed to score the winning goal in the second leg, is going to drop down to the bench with Dwayne Holmes, Russell, Aneurin, Turton, Pearson, and Blackman. Pearson's back on the bench, so Pearson making a good recovery, but not back in the starting 11 yet. Big news about the referee. Jonathan Moss is the referee, which in my fair share of games watching him, I'm not sure about him. It is his final game as a referee as well. We'll see if he ends on a high, but knowing him, he'll get one clanger in there. Nottingham Forest, we've got Samba, McKenna, Cook and Worrell. Pretty much an unchanged back three there, with Colback and Jed Spence as the wing backs, with Garner and Yates, Zinkernagel number 10, Keenan Davis and Brennan Johnson up front. Okay then. The only change, I think, is Davis coming back in the starting 11 over Sam Surridge. That's really the only notable change there. Jorge Figueiredo, Max Lowe making a recovery enough to get onto the bench, with Cafu, Joe Nolly and Alex Mighton there. Both teams with a lot of firepower on the bench. A couple of changes from both, but I definitely think both have strengthened significantly more compared to their last semi-final games. So, unfortunately, the video didn't manage to get you to see the stats that I was talking about, so I'm actually going to show you this here. So, this is the stats I was talking about Nottingham Forest. Unfortunately, I didn't look at the position play of my window screen. But if you could see, Nottingham Forest are without a clean sheet in their last 5 games in all competitions. But in terms of games, both teams score. That's happened in 4 out of the last 5 occasions. I'm trying to think of the one time that's not happened. And I tell you, for one occasion that's not happened. That was when they lost 1-0 to Bournemouth. First to score 6 out of 8 times. And less than 4.5 cards. So, Nottingham Forest do like to score first. But if you see this record here from Huddersfield, they also like to score first. 4 out of 5 times. So, both teams like to get off the traps and get some early chances. It's a real clash of styles. A couple of you guys were talking to me in the comments that it's set pieces versus open play. I wouldn't necessarily say Nottingham Forest are particularly strong with open play. They are also like a team that digest teams. It's a team that's very versatile. So I think Nottingham Forest can do a whole lot, which is very, very interesting to say the least. Looks like we've got Blue Terrier here. How are you feeling as a Huddersfield fan right now? That tax player with a Preston logo there says Huddersfield going to win. Highly doubt Forest. They will be bottlers. Yeah, that's interesting. I have actually backed a Huddersfield win. Ryan7282 has asked, what time is the final? Well, the taxpayers just helped me there. Not my actual taxpayer. But it's at 4:30. So it is in the next half hour kickoff. So you've got a chance to vote on my poll on who you think will win, Nottingham Forest or Huddersfield Town. You've got a chance to ask me some questions. There's a lot of really good opportunities, to kind of reflect for what has been a really, really good season. Not been my favourite season doing content, but it has been a really, really good season. So if there's any questions from the season, we could do like a championship end of season awards. If you'd like to do something like that, that would be fantastic. In fact, this could be something I could clip and make it into a mainstream video. It would definitely save me a lot of time. But I've been using today to try and catch up on the video ideas I've got. I've got a couple of things planned. I'm just really waiting for this game to end, because after that I can then do grading every team's seasons. Then I can look at, okay, because the other things I've got planned was best player that's impressed me the most in every team, players that let me down in every single team, and I also got another really long video in terms of something I did last year, which is going to be comparing predictions again. You might have a good idea what I might be doing. I don't think I'm going to get it done this week, but definitely in the next 2 weeks, that should be something for good content there. And pretty much as soon as that's done, we're then going to change the intro to every new team joining us in the Championship, which includes the promoted teams in Sunderland, Wigan and Rotherham, and including the recently relegated teams for the Premier League in Norwich, Watford returning after one season, and Burnley returning back to the Championship for the first time in 6 years. So the content is definitely going to feel very diverse. Very interested to see the likes of Burnley and Sunderland return to that league, for having a really long period of absence each. So it should be a really, really exciting time to make this sort of content in. Scrappy game, you're feeling a 1-0. Is that to Huddersfield? Ethan, welcome to the stream. He says, my score prediction is 2-1 Nottingham Forest. Let's go for 50 likes before kickoff. Right, we're actually on 43 likes. Thank you, Charlie, for making that the case. Guys, if you've not hit the like button yet, please do so. It really helps the growth of this channel. It really does. I do appreciate every single one of you that likes the stream. It helps, more people to recognize what I'm trying to do in terms of my content there. At the same time, you could also hit the subscribe button for this channel as well. For newer viewers, I've recently celebrated my 1,000 subscriber special. We're 1,128 now, so we're 2 away from 1,130. Surely a good target today will be to get to 1,130. Maybe even start dreaming about getting to 1,150. So halfway through 1,100 would be a fantastic target for this channel. But thank you guys once again for the really good start of the stream. We're 7 likes away from 50 likes. That would be a terrific achievement for this channel before kickoff. I have actually got 100 likes before, but never ever on a live stream. That would be a first for me. So guys, if you can, smash the like button. It would be massively appreciative. But I don't want to plug my channel too much. I always feel bad otherwise. If you want to follow my social medias, they're down there as well. Twitter on the left, Instagram on the right as well. Those are things that you can do. Other things you can help with the channel as well include donating as well, but of course you don't have to do that. That's just something that you can do out of your own wish. Also, make sure you do vote on the latest poll I've made as well. 19 of you have voted on it, so thank you guys so much for being involved at the start of the stream here. Right, I don't think we've had any comments so far. 75% of you are voting for Nottingham Forest at the moment, so just a small update on what's going on with the voting here. So if you guys want to change that and maybe edge you more towards Huddersfield fans, you need to really start voting. Now, as I did previously said, I'm really going to look on as very bitter that I'm not going to Wembley. I did try and actually managed to get through a couple of phone calls to the ticket centre for Huddersfield and Forest. But unfortunately, I don't have the experience, in watching any of them play. So either way, anyone who's, is not a Huddersfield or Nottingham Forest fan would have had to really, really been quite lucky to get a ticket. They would have had contacts giving them tickets there. And lo and behold, that's what most non-Forest and Huddersfield fans have had, really. And unfortunately, in terms of my own contacts, even my social life, I really do not know anyone who supports the Championship team. So even whoever gets, into the top 6 or into the playoff final, I don't really have much hope unless it's just from a view or something, or I have a stroke of luck or something. So I don't know, but in terms of attending games, it's something I definitely want to start doing more this year. Because if you don't know, if you new viewers here, I am going to be working 9 to 5 in a graduate job these days. So it's going to make things very interesting for the channel. And basically, it's really interesting what I might do with it, because there's been so many ideas I've got for the future of this channel. It could be less of me, but it could even be more camera work or more action for my editor. Now, the thing is with that, I'm going to have to convince him to like the Championship, which is, in terms of him being a football fan, he likes the Euros and World Cup and stuff. But in terms of the league season, it's going to be hard for him to connect to it. But I don't know, because I'm going to learn very quickly if this channel is going to get a massive U-turn in terms of changing content for football, because that could easily happen. I could very much not be a Championship YouTuber next year. And that's not, something to scare you. It's nothing confirmed yet. But I've got to make sure that if I am still doing YouTube, it's got to be relevant, if that makes sense. Right, let's quickly look at comments. David Marshall said, "You Reds." Mayor gave us a quick tactical analysis of both sides. I think I will try and do that there. Ethan says, "Do you think Solihull Moles will be going up?" You've got to back their chances. They're playing Grimsby at the moment, which Grimsby, to be fair, they've got a great attitude of managing to be back from the dead. If you remember when, I think, were they behind to Notts County in the quarterfinals, and then they got that late equaliser and they won in the 190th minute, and then lo and behold, they win in the 190th minute again against Wrexham in the semis. So Grimsby's got to be a big favourite because they have been recently relegated from League Two. In fact, last season they were relegated, if I'm right in saying. So they'd definitely be wanting to make a straight return back financially. It'll definitely help them. But it'll be nice to see some variety. And I don't know if Solihull Moles have ever been to League Two, actually. They'll join Sutton, being one of the very new members of the EFL, if they can get promoted. And it'd be nice to see them into League Two. Hanif, it's good to see you. How are you doing? It's been a long time. I hope you're doing well, my man. Ethan saying 4-5, what a game. Yeah, it was absolutely unbelievable there. Yeah, it was incredible. It was something that Matt and I were talking about yesterday. We managed to exchange a couple of messages there. So we did talk about that. Right, so Charlie wanted a quick tactical analysis. I'll see if I can give my best tactical analysis from both of these games. So, just what I said already about these two teams is their clash of styles. You've got what you would dare say is the most crucial game of the EFL. We are talking £150 million at stake here. What you're getting from a team that's promoted is £150 million for a star, then guaranteed parachute payments for potentially the next 2-3 years, depending on their performances in the Premier League. Let's say the teams that do go back down, they still carry those parachute payments onwards and they can still have up to 3 years of it. Look at what Norwich have been able to do. They've been on this cycle of getting promoted, having that 150 million and having those parachute payments as well, supporting them for the Premier League, because it's quite a really big change of budget. The TV licenses and revenues are different there. The broadcasting, the brand exposure is different too. So a lot of things change when you go those two divisions. It shouldn't be a vast change, but unfortunately it is. And what it means is that the loser loses out on that, I can't even count the amount of figures, 9-figure salary there, or like payment, and they have to try and start from scratch again to go through another 9 months to get to that position. And it's either made or broken teams this very game as well. Over the years, we don't see many goals in this game. I talked about it in my preview that, last year was a bit of an exception where we had Brentford scoring 2 pretty early first half goals and made it, and it ended 2-0. And to be fair, in terms of the playoff finals we have received this year, they've been pretty one-sided and comfortable. You've looked at Sunderland beating Wycombe by 2-0, very comfortable. You saw Port Vale beating Mansfield by 3-0. Yes, that was helped by the red card decision, but before then, they were already starting to look very, very nice and comfortable there. But I think this game's going to be a bit different. I think this game will be more cagey, and there'll definitely be less of them, less chances given away. What I will say, looking at both of those teams' performances in their semi-final playoff games, I think the team that will start better is this team here, Nottingham Forest. I think they'll start the better out of the teams. So I think they'll start better than Nottingham Forest, because for what I've seen with Huddersfield in the semi-finals, in fact, both legs against Luton, they've had very poor first half performances. But then something changes in the second half for what Corberán does. He makes a couple of substitutions. They look like that they have a lot more energy with the likes of Topolo and Pippa, almost playing as a front five almost, which is quite scary for them to do so. But then when you've got Lewis O'Brien, who's not only creatively fantastic, but defensively shrewd as well, with Jonathan Hogg partnering him as well, they're definitely going to be wanting to try and win that midfield battle. You can see a very big battle here between Jonathan Hogg and O'Brien, between Garner and Yates. It'll be a very interesting battle here. slight tweak of formations. You've got a 3-4-3 against a 3-4-1-2. So back 3/back 5, yes, for sure. But their advanced positions are a little bit different. So the difference is that Corberan's opted for a front 3. So wanting to make it a little, making their attack a bit more wide. And Nottingham Forest going a little bit more narrow, a bit more central in their play, which, to be fair, has been one of their biggest strengths. But you know the likes of Spence being able to track back very, very well. His attacking play is very good. Colback, I don't think, does as good of a job tracking back, but you've got great defensive players like McKenna, Cook, and Worrell, very experienced in that back 3 there. And I think they have been a very underrated part of that team, Nottingham Forest. If you remember, they actually, I think, if I'm right in saying, they conceded the less goals this year, which is absolutely crazy when they were bottom of the league in September, I believe. So, what I think may happen is that, we've got back 3s going up against each other here. I think Nottingham Forest will be the better team. I think Huddersfield, in the second half, will relish this. And I feel like, tactically and mentally, if Forest score first, they'll be okay. I think the longer the game goes on and Forest don't score, I think it'll start getting very nervy. And Huddersfield, I think, will relish this. I think with the two teams going into this, both have got really high stakes for sure. As I said, with 150 million pounds on the line. But I think Huddersfield, for the fact they've been written off so much this year, I think it does take some pressure off them, crucially. So they really can go into this game. Even if they don't play in the first half that well, they can look into the second half and just really just go all or nothing. But Nottingham Forest, they'll be looking at this as their biggest opportunity to get promoted to the Premier League for the first time in 23 years. So it's a very interesting conundrum we've got here. Now, in terms of strikers, of course, Davis is back. We've not really been able to see him play for a full 90 minutes, of course, since he picked up that injury. I can't remember what it was, but it was just before Bournemouth. But with Brennan Johnson as well, both of them, I think, are going to be very crucial. Both are very quick, and both will be playing well on the counter-attack. Huddersfield can play on the counter-attack as well. So I think we'll both see counter-attacking opportunities from both these teams at some point here. It really then goes down to, with the chances created, who's going to be clinical out of Davis, Johnson, Ward, maybe Thomas or Sinani, or which goalkeeper's going to perform the most with Nichols and Bryce Samba, which I got to say, I think Nichols are a bit more than Samba, but Samba's really made a good name for himself with his penalty performance. If it goes to pens, I don't even know who I'm going to predict to get the better out of that, really. But they're looking at some stats with Sorba Thomas. He's actually, from the Championship and playoffs, he's ranked the third best with assists, and assists, chances, and passes in the opposition box for Huddersfield, he's done the best. So creatively, this man, Sorba Thomas, is going to be the player who can definitely get Huddersfield the edge in this game. So whether we're going to see formation changes, it depends on what goes on in the game, really, to be honest. I think if they'll stick with it, I think what we'll see is Huddersfield trying to deal with Nottingham Forest, trying to really go forward here. I think Forest can definitely be very versatile in the way they play. They can sometimes be direct. They can sometimes be very open. They can play on the counter-attack at times. Huddersfield are very versatile as well. But, I predicted a 1-0 Huddersfield win. And the thing is, it's because I think half-time, it's going to be 0-0. And I think Huddersfield will get a late goal. A bit similar to when they beat Luton in the second leg 1-0. I think it's going to be a bit like that. That's what I personally think will happen. But it doesn't mean that is ever going to happen. If I'm going to think as a neutral who I want to see in the Premier League, I would personally like to see Nottingham Forest in the Premier League for the first time in my lifetime. They were relegated 2 years before I was born. So it definitely would be great brand exposure for the Premier League if they do go up to the Premier League. But, they've got to earn their place in the Premier League. Right, so the poll, we've got 33 votes. Thank you guys for voting in the poll so far. If any of you have not voted, please do so. And we smashed 50 likes already. I gotta say, thank you guys so much for that. I really do appreciate that. We're gonna have to change the target. Let's go 75. Maybe a bit ambitious, 75 likes, but it's been very rare that I've got 75 likes in the stream before. And as I said at the start, I have never ever got 100 likes on the stream before. I've got it in a couple of videos before, but never on a live stream. So it definitely will be a first. I'm debating whether I need to turn a light on, because if you can't see the, well, I'm not going to show you what my bedroom looks like, but outside it is completely cloudy and it's been a really crappy day for weather, and like a complete contrast of what we saw in terms of the weather in Wembley yesterday when Mansfield played Port Vale. So very, very different. I'll be very surprised if it looks a lot better than what it does here, because Chelmsford's not that far away from London and Wembley after all. But that's what's going on there. I might just have to turn the light on in a minute there. Bilderberg says, you want Huddersfield to win as the Toffolo family are from your village. Okay, but you reckon it'll be Forest? Yeah, I think most neutrals want Forest to go up. But I'm trying not to use that to cloud my judgment. And for what I've seen, I think Huddersfield are more dangerous than what people are making out to be. So, and I'll tell you this. In terms of my record of predicting the correct team to go up through the playoffs, this is going to be the third time I've predicted it. I got the first one wrong. I predicted Brentford to go up over Fulham. Fulham went up. For the second time, I correctly predicted Brentford this time. They actually did go up over Swansea. So my record in predicting the correct team is very 50-50. I don't think I've had a more difficult decision as of this one, I've got to say. Because I don't think out of these two teams, you may disagree with me or turn my nose on me saying that, because I think that you'll think that Forest, with the players they got, they're better. But I generally don't think there is an outright favourite. I really don't think so. If there is, then I think it's just seriously underestimating whoever they're not, whoever they're putting as a favourite, really. So, Callum Cole says, it's lovely here. Oh, are you at Wembley right now? Oh, well, okay. Well, it's cloudy in Chelmsford, so maybe if I took the 1 hour train trip, it probably would be very, very nice. It would be very typical, wouldn't it? I mean, it's cold, it's dark, and it's not even 4:15, and it looks like it's 7 o'clock in the evening. Excuse me. Forest were last at Wembley 30 years when one Stuart Pearce was in the side. Well, he's commentating, right? Well, he's not going to be commentating, but he's one of the pundits. So very, very appropriate that they brought him in there. You're more excited for Forest to get up, but Huddersfield seems stronger. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that one side's stronger than the other. That's why I'm trying to get rid of the narrative that there's one favourite. I don't think there is one favourite. I think it's either like one set of results. What I will say, Nottingham Forest had the really tougher running in the semi-final. I definitely think Sheffield United made it a lot more difficult for Nottingham Forest than Huddersfield had with Luton. But I think if you look at the two teams, I think Sheffield United would have definitely been a more tougher game. But I think seeing that Sheffield United game has shown me the weaknesses. I think Justin from Second Tier Podcast is quite suspicious about Forest as well. This is actually going to be the third time I would have done a watch-along for Nottingham Forest. So I watched them play Bournemouth and lose. I watched them play Sheffield United and lose. So I don't have a good track record watching Nottingham Forest, but maybe that might change today. I tell you what, apparently we've got 25 viewers. Guys, thank you so much if all of you have tuned in to see me. I really do appreciate it. If you guys have not liked the stream yet, please do give the stream a like, by the way. By the way, for any new viewers, this is not naturally my hairstyle as well. I had it cut yesterday. Not because of this occasion. I needed to do it. People kept calling me Ben Pearson, so I needed to make sure that this hair was cut. But thank you guys for being here. Let's go for a small like spike now. We've got 15 minutes before kickoff. Let's go for... Can we get 75 likes before kickoff? It's going to be very ambitious. In fact, no, let's be realistic. Let's go for 65 likes before kickoff. So guys, let's go on a small like spike. If you can hit the like button, that would be absolutely incredible for this channel. It would really be appreciative. And guys, we have grown in subs as well. Thank you to whoever's just subscribed. We are officially bang on 1,130, which was my target right at the start of the stream. But considering we still got 90 at least minutes of football, should we go for 1,140 as a target? Maybe that's a bit ambitious, but if you guys can hit the subscribe button, it would be so appreciative. It really, really would. It does help the growth of this channel when you like, subscribe, and share. In fact, I've not even shared my own bloody stream yet. I'm going to do that now. So, whilst I'm telling you guys to share it, I don't even share it myself. So I'm just going to do that very, very quickly, guys. 32 watching. Holy crap. I don't normally get that much. Right. So, we'll do a small Q&A and then we'll cover the teams again. In fact, actually, let's look at the teams again because just in case people have just arrived. I have already given my thoughts on the teams. So right here, as you can see, the teams are, you see a back three for both of them. You've got a 3-4-3 against a 3-4-1-2 for Nottingham Forest there. Sarr, Cole and Lees. So Sarr is back in the team. He wasn't present for Huddersfield in the second leg. You've got midfield four, I can't even count to 5. Toffolo with Jonathan Hogg still in the team, but he's a bit more advanced. And I think he plays better, Jonathan Hogg, in that CDM / protecting midfielder position with Lewis O'Brien there. So they're playing a double midfield pivot there with Pippa in the right-hand side. So Pippa's kept his place, which I actually think is probably the one I'm a bit more surprised with. But Pippa was very good in the second leg for Huddersfield. Senani stays with Danny Ward, who has recovered. If you remember, Danny Ward had to get substituted from an injury. It's now raining outside. Oh, that's just one way to remind me where I could have been. I was planning to get tickets to see this game, but unfortunately I couldn't. I didn't see enough Huddersfield and Forest games, unfortunately. But yeah, Danny Ward starts over Jordan Rhodes and Sorba Thomas in the left-hand side, where Joby McAnuff has just given him an interview, by the way. And it's really a great interview, actually, because he talks about his life with Boreham Wood and how the standards automatically change from non-league to championship. It's a really big jump. And a lot of times non-league, to go that big of a jump is unbelievable, really. Right, so Brice Samba for Forest stays in goal. Obviously he had one of his best performances of his life with the penalty shootout. To make 3 penalty saves in a shootout is incredible in itself. You've got Scott McKenna, Steve Cook and Joe Rowell in the back 3. So that's pretty much been the same back 3. Oh, guys, the teams are starting to get going. We still got 10 minutes. But I definitely think there's going to be a long ceremony here. They've got the crests out on the pitch there. Got the Sky Bet logo there as well with the Sky Bet playoffs there. So midfield 4, you've got Spence, Yates, Garner and Colback. I was talking about O'Brien and Hogg against Yates and Garner. This is going to be a really good battle. Now, I'm going to see if I can spot anyone from the Championship YouTube community in the crowd. I know Bloom's there, and I know Matt SB's there as well. So I'm going to see if I can eye any of them. I know Matt is in the Huddersfield end. I think Bloom might be at the Forest end. So they're going to be in opposite parts of the stadium. So we'll see if any of us can spot them there. Zinkernagel with a number 10 position there. Ket Davis returns to Nottingham Forest. And Brennan Johnson, the second striker for Nottingham Forest. Benches look like this. Pearson, Turton. So Pearson is actually back in the team. Obviously, he had that long-term injury. He's actually back, but not fit enough to start. Turton, Anurin, Russell, Holmes, who was actually a really good player, involved in both of Huddersfield's legs, but he has dropped down to the bench. And Jordan Rhodes in the bench as well. For Forest, they've got Horvath there, Figueiredo, Matt Slow, who's done well to recover from his injury, but not, likewise with Pearson, not fit enough to start. So Jack Colback will have to be in this position still. Cafu, Joe Lolly, Sam Surridge. So Sam Surridge just dropped down to the bench because, as I said, Keenan Davis is officially back in the squad, which is great news for Nottingham Forest fans. And Alex Myton still on the bench as well. We'll still keep the poll going for a little bit minute. 6 votes away, actually, for 50 votes. I think I'll end the poll at 50 votes because that will be insane. That will be more than enough representatives. But there's a very clear favourite at the moment of who the audience I think are going to win the playoffs. 29 views, if anyone's new, yeah, please do like and subscribe, as Charlie said. Thank you so much there. Keep an eye out for Matt. Well, I'm not going to watch this game and commentate just looking for people. I want to talk about what I think will be a really good climax to the season. Our 557th game of the season, the very last game. And as I said that, we've got 57 likes. Thank you guys so much for supporting this channel here. We have got 10 minutes before kickoff. Guys, if any of you are new, please do give us a wave in the comments. And please let me know your predictions and thoughts for this game. Who's a Huddersfield fan here? Who are Nottingham Forest fans here? Let's go and talk what our thoughts are. I've just shown the team not so long ago. I've shown it twice again. If any of you want to see the team again, let me know. I will definitely show the teams again. But we are doing so well in terms of a community so far. Charlie has said it's called the £1 million game. Well, 150 millions. It's not even just a single million. 150 million is at stake here. You know, I watched back at some accountants talking about how big this game is. Bit of research I did as well, you know, with me studying accountancy. It is huge. The parachute payments you get, and then you also get the 150 million added on, because, you know, you gain all of that from TV licenses and just the brand exposure. All of that just really, you know, can really push and make a team really good and capable for the Premier League. But for the losing team, they don't gain any of that. And that is incredible. It's, you know, the stakes couldn't be more high and more different for both of these teams for both outcomes. Right, they're just looking like they're showing a couple of previews there. I'm waiting for the teams and the players to step on the pitch. We have got 8 minutes before kickoff there. And man, keep an eye on me, see a man jumping with the camera. Well, I tell you this, I want to know what camera Matt has got, because I got to say, I think in terms of my setup, I think I'm only one great camera away from having all the essential parts. I'm very happy with my mic at the moment. Setup could get a bit of work, but the camera's the only thing I really want change. If I can get a really good camera, then I think I've got everything. Right, guys, the players, everyone is walking on the pitch right now. Wembley. I mean, unfortunately, I can't hear anything, but look at that. I mean, I gotta say, that is very, very clever how they do this animation there. They make the camera angle. That, I gotta say, props to the cameraman there. Because what they do there is quite difficult. They make the championship trophy or playoff final trophy seem so big there. In fact, no, that's an actual design, actually. But, wow, my God, look at this. They've actually got like a huge trophy. I did not remember that. That's a huge trophy. I tell you what, that's like one of the trophies that I might win if I do the six-a-side thing again. But yeah, everyone is on the pitch right now. What are your guys' thoughts in this game so far? W.A. Deku, welcome to the stream. I was in Ben's stream yesterday. He said it will be like a block 230. Oh, okay, interesting there. Nearly 60 viewers. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And we've got 50 voters. Let's end the poll, because it's nearly kickoff right now. So, the results of the poll on who you think is going up via the playoffs. 66% of the votes have been won by Nottingham Forest. 2/3 of you have predicted Nottingham Forest. Guys, if you've not predicted, please do leave your predictions. I'll be interested to see what your guys' predictions are. And if any of you are right, I'll give you guys a shout out in the end. Am I going to stream it? I can't show the game, unfortunately. It is illegal for me to do that, but I will commentate through it. I've got to get a timer ready as well. So nearly everything's ready there. I know, it's incredible, Charlie. We're doing so well today. Here's Carlos Corberan crossing his arms. I've got to say, as I said previously with Huddersfield, they've really, you know, have been under the radar all of this season. And seeing Huddersfield get to this stage is exactly what the playoffs and the championship especially should be all about. Teams you would not even consider getting anywhere near the promised land in the Premier League. And then you've got a great manager, well, a previously underrated manager, but then good professionals, good squad, good cohesion, and then you get your team to the highest level. The fact that Huddersfield were not even far away in the end, they were third. They were best of the rest with the two, you know, newly promoted teams with Bournemouth and Fulham going back up. It's incredible, really. So Huddersfield have got every right to be proud. But so do Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest have recently, you know, really have struggled. They've really had this, you know, curse that they cannot get into the playoffs for all those years. First time they will make a playoff appearance in over 12 years. 2010 actually was their last appearance when they lost out to Blackpool. And they've statistically been the only team to actually lose out to an eventual winner of the playoffs, that being the team that finished 6th place. So not Neil Warnock, it's Ian Holloway's got that bragging right there. But Nottingham Forest have finally ended that curse. Steve Cooper has completely turned this Nottingham Forest around. 2 success seasons there, and both teams, I don't think, to be honest, let's be honest, guys, we would have not predicted a playoff final between those two teams here. So both of them have done incredibly well to get there. But go through the teams again. There's 80 plus people watching, guys. Please do like the stream. Please do hit the subscribe button if you're not done so. Following the fact we've got some new viewers, let's just review the team again. It's going to be the third time I'm reviewing the team. So apologies if all of you have just going to hear the same thing for the third time. But need to make sure I give you my reaction to all viewers here. So Nichols in goal. Back three for Huddersfield. And a back three for Forest as well, apparently. Sarr returns to the squad. Jonathan Hogg is going to be more advanced. He's going to play in that defensive mid position, you could arguably say, with Lewis O'Brien this time. So I definitely think Hogg plays better in that position. So I think that's a good change with Colwill and Lees. Colwill's a very interesting one. So he's gone for a youth player in that position there rather than an experienced player like Matthew Pearson, for instance. But I do think Pearson is trying to recover from an injury. He's done well to get to the bench, to be fair, but I don't think he's quite ready. Toffolo and Pippa will be very crucial. Pippa's kept his place in the squad, which he's done very, very well to do as well. As I said with Lewis O'Brien, there's been speculation that Leeds are going to try and get him for 10 million. If Huddersfield don't get up to the Premier League, he could really get exposed. And, you know, there'll be vultures in the Premier League trying to get Lewis O'Brien to the Premier League, especially if Huddersfield don't get promoted via the playoffs today. Sorba Thomas, who's done a brilliant interview with McAnuff just now, talking about his journey from non-league to this position here for being probably up there with Lewis O'Brien as the two best players in Huddersfield Town. With Danny Ward's back fit, so he is back fit, Danny Ward, and Daniel Sinani playing in the right-hand side. He keeps his place. So that's a really good symbol there. Jonathan Moss is going to be refereeing his final game as a referee. They've just held a Ukraine flag for peace. Definitely respected right now, so fair play for them for doing that. Bruce Samba in goal with Scott McKenna, Steve Cook, Joe Roll. So the same back three you tend to see from Nottingham Forest there. Colback still in left wing back position, or like the wide player there. Max Lowe is fit enough to be on the bench, but not fit enough to get his place back. I do think, to be fair, Jack Colback's done very, very well recently playing that position. So I just think, even if Max Lowe was back, I think just with the lack of freshness from Lowe, I think Colback had to keep his place. Garner and Yates, I think it's going to be a very interesting battle between O'Brien and Hogg there. With Jed Spence there, Zinkernagel in number 10 position. Davis back in the squad for Forest, which is really big news for Nottingham Forest fans. And Brennan Johnson up front with him. I definitely think those two pacey players can be a really, really big importance in this game. And are my eyes deceiving me? Have we got 100 viewers watching this channel right now? I mean, if that's the case, that is a first for me. 100 views for this channel. Guys, we're on 60 likes. I actually aimed for 65 likes before kickoff. If you've not hit the like button, guys, please do like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel. It really, really does help. And we have gained a bit in subscribers as well. Guys, we're on 1,132. If this rate continues, we could get 1,150 today. So, guys, please do. If you are new and you want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. All of that really, really does help the channel. But I really appreciate all of you tuning into this stream, because honestly, it makes me feel better. I wanted to be there in Wembley, but unfortunately I couldn't. You know, I couldn't get tickets in time, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to enjoy it for the cover of my own home. And honestly, guys, you're making me not regret anything right now. So that is the best thing that I could have wanted from that. I'm just going to very quickly see if I can get this going here. So I'm going to get a timer ready. I don't think I'm going... Well, we could get it ready. Let's just get that sorted. Right, 0-0-0. That's what we want to see. Here we go. They've just kicked off. Guys, it is official. The final game of the championship season starts now. Daniel Mann and Don Goodman commentating this. Let's hope it's an absolute treat. That's all I can hope for. I didn't get the timings right. So let's just quickly fix that there. Oh, can I get it right? There you go. 20 seconds. We got it. But it's not the right one. Right, it's not going up. Right, we can fix this, guys. That should be the only technical problem we have in this stream today. But other than that, we're just going to be talking some great games. Now, here come Huddersfield already. They're breaking away with Sorba Thomas. He gets fouled by Ryan Yates. By the look, oh, poor Jonathan Moss. He's going to be running a lot in this game, considering how quick the likes of Sorba Thomas and Brennan Johnson are, it's going to be a very, very tough day for Jonathan Moss. He'll definitely not forget this final day of him being a referee. Look at him. It's like me doing a parkrun. He's really just huffing and puffing already. And we're only a minute in. Let's just hope he's able to keep up with this game at the moment. Very scrappy start, says Charlie. I agree. Robin's Nest, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. They had a win, but they didn't get the shtick, apparently. Yeah, please share. As Coniston said, it would really be appreciative. I am appreciative of all of you there. Let's see Sorba Thomas taking his free kick already. And it's gone to nothing. And this is the crucial part of Sorba Thomas. When he has those set pieces, I don't think there's many players in the Championship that are as good as him in terms of creating opportunities from those set pieces. So the fact that Huddersfield won a set piece that early on, it can be seen, as something that Forest are going to be very wary of, to be honest, because I think Huddersfield definitely would want to try and attack Forest with those set pieces. They'll be looking at that as their strength. Why have a League One playoff finals played before the League Two one? Well, Robbins, it was down to the scheduling of the season. So League One finished a week earlier than the rest. That's just down to the EFL, how they organised the fixtures. So that's why they did that final first. League Two, I guess for the Championship, they're saving the best to last, I'm guessing. That's what I can only guess from that there. Right, so throwing for Huddersfield so far. Forest had a small spell there, but giving away. Now it's one back there. Sanani running forward now. Great play. Lewis O'Brien gets tackled by Joe Worrell. Another free kick for Huddersfield Town. Forest once again, at the moment, it's looking quite scrappy at this moment of time. There's not really been too many passages of play where we've seen, a team really progress anywhere. It's been very stop-start. Cagey and scrappy. All the things we predicted right at the start of this game are currently happening at this moment of time. We're on 69 likes, so thank you guys. That's a nice number to go on. But our target was 75 likes. There's 122 viewers watching, guys. Apparently, so please do smash the like button if you've not done so. It does really help. And please also hit the subscribe button as well. Another Sorba Thomas free kick. This time won by Jonathan Hogg, but it goes to nowhere and Samba collects it. League Two's always first. Yeah. I thought so. They always did in that order, but they changed it this year due to the scheduling. Right, long direct ball, but looks like it's defended well, and some frustration by Keenan Davis there. He's conceded a throw-in for Huddersfield Town. There's not really any team who's edging this so far, I gotta say. 5 goals and 3 assists for Nottingham Forest this season, apparently, Keenan Davis. So 8 goal contributions in his amount of games there, how many games he's had since joining. Now here's Jed Spence. Here's him running forward here. Cross. Saar defends it away, and it's got back in control with Lewis O'Brien. Oh, what they're going to do here. Right, here's Pippa on the ball. What's he going to do here? He's going to go to the right hand side. A nice chip ball to try and find Sanani, but it's defended by Scott McKenna. This is very, very tight, hard to call. It is very hard to call indeed. We've not really seen any opportunities. Until I can see which team has settled better, I could probably make a good idea. For at this moment of time, it looked like Huddersfield settled better, but now Nottingham Forest looking a little bit more comfortable now. So it's a very patient game, this. Obviously, as I said, with the amount of stakes that are set with this game, it's going to be very difficult to see which team is going to settle in better. They're not going to want to give anything away. Now, that's some great play with Zinkernagel there. He's got 2 players to beat. He's got Pippa and Jonathan Hogg to try and beat. Can he get the better of him? Doesn't look like he's going to retreat back, giving it to Colback there. James Garner with a long direct ball. Oh, sorry. They tried to win a header there from that position there, Joe Worrell, but it's well defended by Huddersfield. One mistake can be vital. Yes, indeed. Absolutely 100% agree with that. But no, guys, how do you like my scorecard, by the way? It's a little bit different from what I tend to use, but maybe a bit too much going on, but it looks rather nice. I'll give it that. Now, one thing I didn't even talk about yet was Steve Cooper's experience in the playoffs as well. So, big, implications for this guy as well. There's a lot of promise around him so far with how he speaks, how he's done well in getting the best out of his teams, what he's done with Swansea in the 2 years he was there, how he's done to improve Nottingham Forest to the position that they're in. But in his 2 playoffs he has lost out with Swansea, both times against Brentford. This time he's got different opposition in Huddersfield with a different mindset. You know, you would be looking at Steve Cooper's teams in both occasions when they were knocked out in the semis and the finals as the underdogs. Now Forest are more deemed the favourites. So that's going to be a very interesting mindset to see how Steve Cooper's going to handle that pressure. And at this moment of time, there's not really been any team that have really given me any signs that we're going to get a goal soon. Nail-biting, it really is. Just for what I said, 150 million at stake, it is nail-biting stuff. Imagine not being from Huddersfield, says Lila. Yeah, I mean, Huddersfield have got a passionate bunch, I'll give them that. But just putting the cameras on Levi Colwill there, which I got to say, if Colwill wants to get an audition back into the Chelsea squad, I don't think there's any better game with pressure than the championship playoff final. If he could put in a man of the match winning performance for Huddersfield there, you know, whilst it'd be great for him to get promoted with Huddersfield, Chelsea may go knocking because at this rate we're running our centre backs. My goodness me. Right, guys, we're on 74 likes. We're 1 like away from 75 likes already. We've got plus 100 people watching. Please do like the stream if you've not done so. It does really help the growth of this channel. Oh my goodness me. We have gone to 1,140 subs just like that. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Guys, next target is 1,150. Can we get there if we can? Please like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel if you do. And please hit the subscribe button as well. It really does help. I really appreciate this growth at the moment. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to try and do the best of my job to give you a good commentary there. So, as of now, Huddersfield now on the ball. Jonathan Hogg, it started off with a throw in there. Senani now with some possession there against James Garner. He does well, Senani, to shrug him off there. But great defending by Yates. Booted away. Now, this is what Nottingham Forest are going to keep doing. Booting the ball and seeing if they can use the pace of Johnson and Keenan Davis. But great defending by Colwill. And Colwill is a very quick defender. So maybe that is why Carlos Corberán has put him in. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Pearson, to be fair to him, once he's experienced, he's not one of the quickest defenders. But what Colwill is, whilst he's not as experienced, he's spirited and is quick. And he may be the one crucial defender to stop Nottingham Forest potentially trying to attack via the counter-attack. You're hoping Watford, Norwich and Burnley don't return to the Premier League, says Robin's Nest. Interesting. I mean, it's quite rare that we don't see any of the 3 relegated teams, you know, go back for the first time of asking, but it has happened before. For Spence with the throw-in to Yates, and it's just high and wide. God, there are some empty seats there. I'm going to be so bitter that I can't be there, but you know what? I mean, I don't know. It does look quite nice in London there as well, which is even more annoying because in Chelmsford right now, it is raining right now. There's not a thunderstorm, but it's raining outside. So, yeah, it's one of those things. There's always next year, potentially. I mean, I'll be able to finance it much better next year as well, I've got to say. Right, we're 9 minutes in. Still 0-0. And we've had no shots on goal, really. You know, they've not even been half chances. We've not even had a half chance so far. So it's been very scrappy and very cagey. And that is what we've expected so far. Here's Harry Toffolo now with the throw-in. What have you got here? Now, it's going to be... Oh, okay, Toffolo does well. So it's going to be Sorba Thomas now with the ball. He's up against James Garner. James Garner's been very active in this game so far. Back to Jonathan Hogg and Lewis O'Brien. What's he got in store here? He does very well to find Toffolo. But Thomas gives it away as a throw-in. Right, so guys, I mean, there's a lot of new people here. So I've got to say, thank you guys for tuning in. In terms of what I do with being a content creator, I mainly look at championship stuff. I do FIFA stuff as well, career modes. I do that occasionally as well. There's going to be a big change coming up with this channel with circumstances elsewhere. But it could mean really good changes. You know, potentially more vlogs, maybe. That could be a possibility because the vlog count in my channel is very small. So I think one project I'm trying to do next year, or this season, or next season I should dare say. Oh, okay, definitely a free kick for Nottingham Forest in a pretty good position there. One thing I'm trying to do for next season is to do more vlogs into games. So there will definitely be a bit more of that. And there'll be more streams as well. It's going to be interesting as well because I wouldn't imagine I'm going to be working when there's games on. So there's going to be a lot more streams. What I will say, there was definitely a lot more videos in my early years. But I think now with the time constraints I'm going to have, there's going to be more streams and vlogs more than anything, to be honest. So there's some change going up, but it could potentially be really good changes. I have got a new editor going around for this channel as well. So the quality could be going up as well. So there'll be some really exciting projects that I've got working on. And in terms of videos, I have got things planned in the next couple of weeks. Now, here's that free kick. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, that is the closest anyone's got to scoring. That free kick, I had to commentate that quickly and stop talking about my channel because it was a great free kick. Oh, it would have been tight. He may have been played on by Sorba Thomas. It was a very tight decision, but it was a header by Ryan Yates. Just a whisker wide of the right post. Unlucky for Ryan Yates. It would have been, I mean, one thing I actually didn't talk about either is that, oh my goodness me. Okay, Sarr against Davies there. Sarr gets a bit out of him there. Very close indeed. Right, Jed Spence. Does he have a chance here? No, he's going to give it to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson cleared off by Sarr. Sarr's been very crucial with that so far. I was hoping for you to become the chance for Chris MT. Well, I'm not good at football, so that's one thing that I definitely can't, you can't make a comparison about. Well, no, I say I'm just maybe slightly average, maybe. I think average is probably the best term I can call with my football skills, to be honest. But yeah, gosh, that was such a close opportunity there. I don't know if it would have been onside and offside. And what I was going to say, VAR is being used in this final. And I would hope it's been used better than what it was used last night in the Champions League final. Because it was shambolic how it was used in the Champions League final, in all honesty. It just the time it took, just was so unnecessarily long. So we're hoping if there are some crucial decisions, that VAR doesn't take too long to analyse it, potentially. If anything, it would be better if VAR wasn't called to action at all, but it's almost a guarantee that VAR will be used at some point. 13 minutes in, and at this moment, I would say now Forest are starting to edge it slightly for me. I think in terms of, if you're looking at probabilities, like win probabilities, you'd say Forest with 60% and Huddersfield 40%. I think that's a fair representation of win probability at this moment of time. Here's Jed Spence now, but great defending by Toffolo. That's going to be a good battle between Jed Spence and Toffolo. The two most talented fullbacks in the league, in my opinion, in the Championship. They're going against each other here, and one of them will have Premier League experience next year. But which one? We'll have to find out. Just kind of a quick drink of water because my voice is already starting to go. Steve Cook is going to give it to Jed Spence on the right. Good play with Johnson. That's a great bit of passing from Johnson there. Cross comes in. Blocked. Corner. Toffolo does as well. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, guys, if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask, please do so. It does really help. And guys, just to remind you how we're doing with subs, we're 1,143 now. We are 7 away from 1,150. So guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, please do hit the like button. It really, really helps. We're on 81 likes, apparently. I mean, I don't know if it's not refreshed. No, 81 likes. So guys, 100 likes is a real possibility now. So if you guys can like the stream, please do so. It really does help. And please subscribe as well. All of that really helps. So Jonathan Moss is just talking to a couple of people from Pushing and Shoving in the corner. That gives me a chance to look at some comments. Michael Zars, does that mean VAR will be used in the Championship next season? For me, I think it's piloted, but I don't think it will be used in the Championship next season. I think not all Championship stadiums are going to be equipped for it. Here comes the corner. Oh, Lickles misses it completely, but it doesn't reach anyone. The corner was not really finding anyone, hence why Nichols was struggling to even get it. I think it was Colback with the corner. Doesn't get anywhere near anyone, and it was Zinkernagel trying to get the ball back, but it's gone out of play. It's a goal kick for Huddersfield. But it's always been in Wembley, that's right. So I think it's down to the stadiums as well, actually. It really, really is. Right. So they're just showing some statistics on Lee Nichols. Save rate percentage, the amount of saves, and clean sheets. First place. I mean, clean sheets he's second place, but he's close enough. He's been unbelievable, Lee Nichols. Just another very similar Sorba Tom story. Not like from leagues, but in terms of how he was regarded last year in the EFL to being a superstar that he is this year. I just hope it's not a one-season wonder. We've got another free kick for Nottingham Forest. This time Sinani conceding a foul on Scott McKenna. 105 of you watching apparently. 16 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Apart from that one Ryan Yates header from that free kick by Garner, we've not really had anything close so far. As I said, the two defensive midfielders combining well in Yates and, of course, Garner. So Huddersfield's two, not defensive necessarily, but two midfielders or central midfielders that they'll be relying upon is, of course, Jonathan Hogg and Lewis O'Brien. So we'll be seeing how they work as a partnership. And they've got a really different partnership. Right, Gatsby, what are you doing? By the way, if you don't know this, I've got a cat that invades my streams as well. Gatsby is here. He's officially asleep behind the monitor. So I can't necessarily show the camera for it at the moment, but he did turn up just before the stream started, actually. Yeah, true. Thanks for reminding me, Charlie. If you guys want to join my Discord server, it is the top link in the description there. That's the best way to go for updates for my channel, honestly. Social medias as well are down there as well. Twitter on the left, Instagram on the right as well. You can drop me a follow if you like. That'll be appreciative as well. Still 0-0, and in fact, I've not changed this. I thought I'd forgotten something. That should be changed the first half. Let's do that now. There we go. Now it's all ready. Right, so, ooh, what are we looking at here? That's a very bizarre camera angle. Right, I think it was looked at Tom Lee's there. I think he's got a bit of discomfort there. Hopefully it's not an injury for him. Right, Bree Samba. He's going to boot the ball long, but it's headed away. I've got to say, I've barely seen Danny Ward. He's probably had the less touches of the game so far. Tom Lees does well to beat the ball away, but Scott McKenna now heading it out of danger. But now it's back into the possession of Huddersfield. But now they give the ball away as well. I've got to say, I said this at the start. I think Forest will play better in the first half. But I said the longer it stays 0-0, I think the more nervy Forest will be. So at this moment of time, for what I predicted, is currently taking place at this moment of the time. So we're already starting to get a couple of bit of players losing their minds. Well, not losing their minds, but getting a bit of tension going on there. It's a very tense game with the amount of money that's being awarded for the winners for this game. Paul says, you're an Everton fan. The Liverpool parade bus just gone past your house. Oh my, well, how's that felt for you? I've got to say, how does it feel actually when you've got neighbours doing very well in terms of football clubs? Because I've personally not really had that experience. So how does it feel for locals and stuff? It could really be really annoying, honestly. That's, you know, I could only imagine like Colchester doing a promotion bus parading it around Chelmsford and all of that. God, I'd hate every minute of it. But the thing is, I know I support Colchester, but even with that, you know, I don't live in Colchester. I live quite close to it, but, you know, it's Chelsea. They're my local club right now. Right, so, Forest now on the ball. It's got Steve Cook now, going to pass it to James Garner. Being a bit progressive in their play so far. Once again, apart from that Ryan Yates chance, we've not really had any meaningful chances to talk about at this moment of time, which is why we've got this chat here, in case you guys want to ask any comments to pass the time, or questions and stuff, things about the game. Let's actually look at stats. I think this is a really good time to actually look at stats. I think that's a really good time for that. That's something for a good pastime there. Let's just hope nothing happens here. They're just kind of passing around the ball and they're not doing much. Right. So, look at this. I mean, this is just talking about everything that I said. Only one shot in the entire match so far, which was that Nottingham Forest header from Ryan Yates. That is considered as a big chance. It was a huge chance, to be fair. Pretty much a free header, really. If he had it on target, I think Nichols would have been beaten there. But that's a great tackle by Worrell against Danny Ward there. 4 fouls to 3, so yeah, very scrappy. Ryan Yates! Oh my goodness me, it's Yates again, who doesn't do so badly here. What happens here? So it started with a great tackle, and it's a simple long pass by Steve Cook. Great play, actually, with Garner and Yates. Talking about that combination again in the midfield, they're already, Garner and Yates, creating a lot of things. So they are working very well together right now. In direct contrast, the other midfield partnership in Hogg and Lewis O'Brien, they've not really done much work together in terms of linking play at the moment. The only one shot at all to talk about. I mean, it's going to be 2 in a minute because Ryan Yates has had another shot, but no other player has shot. Now, this could be a good chance. Through ball, but it's well defended by Steve Cook. This was a small chance for Huddersfield to potentially attack there, but too much power on the through ball there, unfortunately for them. 71% possession to 29% there. 115 passes to 51. That's quite measly from Huddersfield's point of view there. 28 times they've lost possession there. Quite close in that regard there. Ratings, James Garner with the highest rating so far. And in terms of the lowest rating, if I can find it, Danny Ward. As I said, he's barely touched the ball. 6.2 rating. So that is why I've said that. My eyes don't lie sometimes. Yeah, Paul, that's the only thing you can do, really, if you're just, seeing rival fans celebrate like that, to be honest there. But honestly, how have you felt about Liverpool not getting a quadruple now? Because a couple of weeks ago, there was a real fear for that, but 2 domestic trophies, and that's their seasons. Great tackle there by Yates, but he tries to find Johnson, but it's well defended by Sarr. Sarr's been quite good at the back so far. Now, this is a good chance. Lewis O'Brien running through against James Garner. He finds Sorba Thomas. Great block by Worrell and brilliant shielding by Worrell to stop Sorba Thomas. And Sorba Thomas gets a block in, and it's a Nottingham Forest throw. This is the one time Huddersfield have looked quite dangerous there. And it's Lewis O'Brien, no surprise. Look at that, he runs through the pitch there. James Garner tries to tackle him there. He gets the better of him. Finds Sorba Thomas in a great position, but great defending and shielding by Joe Worrell. Very experienced defending on his part there. Now, Joe Worrell was also going to take the throw in there. 23 minutes in now. Exactly 23 minutes on my clock now. Still 0-0, but we've still got a long way to go. Hopefully we'll get a lot more opportunities. As I said, I mean, maybe that one chance for Thomas will be counting as a blocked shot, but we've really not had anything clear-cut, other than that Ryan Yates header. My goodness me. Right, I'm not actually streaming the game live, unfortunately. I'm watching the game, and I can commentate it. That's all I can do. I wish I was there watching it live at Wembley, but unfortunately couldn't get tickets. So it's the best alternative I could have done for this channel here. Another foul, this time in the way of Huddersfield. And it looks like, I think it's O'Brien that's down on the floor right now. Jonathan Moss trying to calm things down between, I think it was Zinkernagel who conceded the foul there. Zinkernagel's, I've not really seen a lot of him either, gotta say. In terms of the link-up play, that's really impressed me. It's the 2 midfielders and the strikers. Yeah, it's O'Brien. Ooh, yeah. Not a great tackle by Zinkernagel there. It's got to be quite careful. I don't think it's a yellow card offence, but definitely will be a final warning before the cards do start coming. Now here, we are waiting our first yellow card as well, actually, as well as our first goal as well. Another free kick for Huddersfield, the third one for Sorba Thomas. And it's headed away. So, what I will say, it looks like Nottingham Forest have prepared this. They've prepared that Huddersfield are going to rely on set pieces. And they're defending them very, very well right now. I've got to say, they are defending them very, very well. Now, Levi Cole did well to win that back, but it's defended well by Worrell. But now it's won back by Sinani. But now well run back by Davis. But now won back again by Sinani. It has been very, very back and forth this game, honestly. Now, Jonathan Hogg, can he make something happen? He's giving it to Sorba Thomas. He can find Harry Toffolo there, making an overlapping run. Cross comes in, defended by Cook. One of the very few times that the ball has actually gone into the box there. Free kick awarded to Nottingham Forest. A foul on Colwell on Brennan Johnson. Looks like he touched his face, which automatically means a free kick to the opposition there. But Huddersfield already got the ball back for them. Don't worry, Alex is a great commentator. Thank you, Connor. No, I really, really do appreciate it. I really, really do. Right, so Joe Worrell, he's going to give it to Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates now to James Garner. And they're really just past the centre circle now. But it's given away straight to Tom Lees there. Jonathan Hogg. Oh, okay. A couple of challenges flying in now. Another free kick for Huddersfield. And it's O'Brien again who's drawing the foul. He's definitely been the one player that I think Nottingham Forest have to be a bit wary of. It's, Colback conceding the foul this time. So he's got to be a bit careful there. You know, they are conceding a load of fouls. So is it a sign that they're getting a little bit frustrated? I mean, they can't be frustrated already. You know, they've still got up to 68 minutes plus stoppage time left to play. You know, this is not one of the times, you know, that they've got to be frustrated right now. They've got to keep going with that. Guys, there's 59 of you watching apparently. If you've not liked the stream, please do like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel when you do like the stream. It really, really does. We are on 85 likes. We're 15 likes away from 100 likes apparently. So guys, if you've not liked the stream, please do so. It really, really does help the growth of this channel. We're up to 1,145 subs. So we're 5 subs away from 1,150. Guys, if you've not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It really does help the growth of this channel. Things that you could do for free that really helps the channel is liking, subscribing, and sharing. That really does help the growth of this channel. Other things you could do as well. You can follow me on social medias. Twitter's there, Instagram's there, Discord server as well. Top link in the description as well. And if you want to go above and beyond, you could either donate as well. But obviously, that's down to your decision there. But thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate this so far. I really, really do. Now, I tell you what I could definitely tell from this is that one half of the Wembley pitch has got more light than the other. So you've got Huddersfield's end, that's definitely not well lit. But Forest's end is definitely better lit than others. It really is a tactical game of chess indeed. I completely agree with you there, Charlie. And the fact of the matter is, we're not really seeing one team really have much success so far in managing to get through to the back line. There's been a lot of times where both teams have defended quite well. I got to say, both teams have defended quite well. Saar had one shaky moment, but apart from that, could be a good chance. Jed Spence is breaking away here on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Brendan Johnson can't get there, but it's still in the box. It's headed away, and Huddersfield clear it by the looks of things. But James Garner's going to try and reignite this attack. Jed Spence again against Harry Toffolo, the two best fullbacks in the league. They're up against each other. Jed Spence is trying to get around him. He doesn't find a lot of luck there. He's going to give it to Joe Worrell. Now to James Garner, who can hit one. He's going to pass it back. Right, their players are really advanced. Steve Cook with the shot, but it's well blocked and cleared by Saar. Yes, Spence nearly did create something there. Maybe just a lack of being a bit indecisive going forward by the looks of things. I think that battle between Spence and Toffolo is going to be a really, really great battle. I'm already really enjoying seeing how those two are going to play against each other. Joe Worrell now on the ball here. Forest was the first match you went to as an Everton fan. We lost 4-0 at home. They are a great team then. Yeah, in that year as well, they won the league championship as well, which at that time would have been equivalent of the Champions League. So they have got great history, especially in that 1980 team. They were unbelievable then. But it's hard to think that we're not going to see one of those teams in the Championship next year. And the fact we're going to support one of those teams in the Premier League again. So it felt really interesting supporting Huddersfield when they were in the Premier League at the time. But it was a very bizarre season because Brighton and Huddersfield also went up together. Both of them, Huddersfield have been in the first tier before, but Brighton have never been in the first tier ever. So it was very unique to support both of those teams. Now, this could be a good play for Nottingham Forest here. Zinkernagel, shot blocked away by Hogg, but Jed Spence, that's not a great touch, but he recovers it well. Joe Worrell now, trying to find Johnson, but it's cleared away by Carwell. Steve Cook now with the ball. He's got Danny Ward to deal with. He's just going to pass it back to Brice Samba. Clough was in charge and he won the European Cup twice in that time. Yeah, I think they called it a league championship. I could be wrong on that though, so do correct me if I'm wrong there. Right, Nee Nichols getting out of his goal there. So a bit brave on his part. He's conceded a throw for Nottingham Forest. Definitely possession-wise, Forest have been a lot better so far. In terms of creating chances, Ryan Yates has gone close once. But that's it, really. That's really all we've had. And that's just complementing how strong both of these teams have been. You know, both don't want to lose this game, obviously. Jed Spence now with the ball. Okay, he's going to pass it back. Joe Worrell now in possession of it. Jed Spence again. I always find it a bit disorientating, and I've spoken about this before, but when you've got a portion of a stadium that's poorly lit, and then you've got a really well-lit section of a stadium, it does put you off. But I guess, you know, these players have played in all sorts of stadiums and differing weather conditions as well. I guess they'll be used to that, but if I was playing, I'd be very disorientated with the amount of times it'll be going light and then dark again. Right, Jed Spence now back on the ball again. He's got 2 players to beat, and he gives the ball straight to Jonathan Hogg. Now here comes Sorba Thomas, nutmegging Zinkenegger in the process there. Long ball, but it's too high. Danny Ward can't get there, and it's straight to Brice Samba. I bet my stream will be booming in a very few last minutes. Well, we'll have to wait and see about that. It's a bit of patient play. A little bit slowed down now. We had a really, really nice run here. You know, maybe at half-time we'll start getting more people again. But for the fact I'm averaging this many viewers, this is unusual for me. In terms of my average viewers, I barely get over 10. So this is already feeling very, very unique enough as it is. And I will be reading as many of your comments as I can as well. So if there have been comments from new viewers that I've not read, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to keep up watching this game and talking to all of you guys. And you've got to remember, Mark is also streaming this as well. So I've got very stiff competition still. You feel nervous watching this, but you know, you shouldn't feel nervous, really. I don't feel nervous. You know, I don't support either one of his teams. If anything, you know, I mean, if you don't want Huddersfield to go up, then I can understand why you feel nervous, maybe. This gives me Fulham Brentford vibes. Very nervy in the first half. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I mean, if you're talking about the other playoff finals we've had, they've been definitely more open. Brentford, Swansea, for instance. Aston Villa Derby was more open as well. And, yeah, I'm sure we've had other examples as well, really, where they've been a bit... Well, I've got to say, the other Huddersfield playoff final, them and Reading, was KG for 120 minutes. And if this is not destiny, I don't know what is. It's exactly 5 years ago today when Huddersfield got promoted via the playoffs. How poetic would it be that they repeat that again? And they beat Nottingham Forest. So, I mean, but both games would have been seen as underdog stories. But if you, oh my god, great play by Sorba Thomas to get past Joe Worrell there. He gets into the box, got some space. Samba parries it away, and now it's going to go back to the hands of Toffolo. This is the first big chance for Huddersfield there, and looks like Forest have won a throw, but Toffolo not happy about it. Sorba Thomas, what's he done there? So Naby Sarr with a really, really good ball. So it is Joe Worrell who plays him on side there. Gets past his man. The cross is not the greatest from Sorba Thomas, but Brice Samba is taking no chances. He punches the ball away from danger. It is a throw-in now for Nottingham Forest there. This is pretty much the closest Huddersfield have been. Now, this could be a chance. Here is Keenan Davis now. Although I think he's just wasted his opportunity there. He did have some space. Right, back to Ryan Yates, who I think has been really good so far, actually. Jed Spence now on the right-hand side against Toffolo again, who's done a really good job keeping them quiet. Then it's back to Ryan Yates, back to Spence. What have they got now? Now Joe Worrell. I've got to say, Forest playing a bit of a high line at the moment, so they've got to be quite careful with that. Spence once again against Toffolo, and it's been a very good battle between the two. Worrell now, but his touch is not great, but he recovers it to James Garner, and they're playing it safe now. They're not going to look like they're going to create anything now. I could be wrong though. That could be about to change. Is James Garner in the middle of the park here? Yeah, they lost all that space that they had, unfortunately, there. Carlos Corberan looking like he's been quite animated at the moment, which I'm not surprised, based on the fact that how little Huddersfield have touched the ball, and even with the lack of chances as well. You know, Huddersfield have not created much at all, really. Oh, now Ryan, yes, that's a poor touch from you, and this will invite Huddersfield to go on the counter-attack. Sorba Thomas against Joe Worrell again, and it looks like he's got the Ooh, he looked like he had the better of him, but... Oh, okay. It looks like it's a good tackle there by James Garner. He wanted a foul, but Jonathan Moss has not given it there. He was barely anywhere near him there. Wow. I tell you what, it's now back to James Garner. Whoever loses shouldn't be upset at it. Honestly, I'd agree. They've had a tremendous season. I think Forest will be more gutted than what Huddersfield are, obviously, with the extra pressure with what they are as a team historically. Huddersfield will be going into, even if they lose, they'll be looking at this season as a huge positive regardless. But I think Forest, if there's going to be a team that will be disappointed with the outcome if they don't get it, is going to be Nottingham Forest, in my personal opinion now, which I think is adding extra pressure on their play right now. Right, Zinkernagel. Finally seen him involved. Brennan Johnson now against Levi Cole. Interesting battle there. He's going to give it to Garner. Tries to find Spence now. Spence again against Toffolo. Finds well to find Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel loses out because of a poor touch there. And now here come another counter-attack from Huddersfield against Joe Worrell and Danny Ward here. It looks like Joe Worrell. Oh, he's lost out, Joe Worrell. Danny Ward. What a crunching tackle by James Garner just on the edge of the penalty box. It's a sensational tackle. And it's a corner to Huddersfield there, first of the game. Joe Worrell is struggling a little bit here. I've got to say that's twice now in the last 5 minutes where he's lost out to... I wouldn't even say Danny Ward's one of the quicker players, really, to be honest. He lost out to Thomas, which I can kind of understand for him for. But against Danny Ward, I was a bit... I don't know about that. Now, Huddersfield have scored the joint most goals from corners. So they will be very relishing their chances right now. But they've got a corner here, 37 minutes in. Sorba Thomas again, in charge of the set pieces. No surprise there. Right. Oh, it's a low corner there. Oh, it was Danny Ward with a chance. It was deflected and it's gone wide off the post. Let's see. I don't know who it came off of. Yes, it'll be another corner for sure. Because I think it goes off the heel of James Garner. No, it's not. It's McKenna that gets off. And it'll be another corner. Forest now living a little bit dangerously now because Huddersfield are very strong with their set pieces, as I said. Another chance for Thomas there. Headed away by Yates. But headed back into danger there by Hogg. But great tackle by Garner. Spence clears it. Wow, I tell you this. They are very dangerous, Huddersfield, on their set pieces. Just like that, they almost had a great opportunity there. They didn't even win the original corner, but they still nearly had something there. I will say there's been very little to talk about with chances, but when each team goes into the box, you do get an edge of excitement knowing that one goal can send this team into the Premier League. It is very unbelievable for how things can change and for how crucial this is. Here's Lewis O'Brien. Oh, he gets past them quite well there, actually. He's up against Zinkernagel, passes it to Pippa. And it's a great tackle by Colback. He's won a goal kick. Right. Could we go for 100 likes before half time? I don't know how we're doing. 88 likes. That might be possible. We've got 6 minutes before half time. Guys, if you've not liked the stream yet, please do smash that like button. It really does help the growth of this channel when you do smash the like button there. If you've not hit the subscribe button either, please do so as well. We are edging closer to 1,150. We're on 1,146. So guys, please do hit the subscribe button if you've not done so. It does really help the growth of this channel too. I really do appreciate all of the support that all of you guys have done so far. Sharing, liking and subscribing. Things you can all do for free and things that really do help the growth of this channel. It really does help. I need to change this like target because we've already got over 75. Let's actually go for 100. Maybe a bit cocky for me to do, but right now it's been an unbelievable stream and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've got to say thank you guys for making this such a great stream. 5 minutes before half time, Jed Spence and Nottingham Forest now having a little bit more control now. Joe Roll trying to find Jack Colback, but it looks like it's headed away by Pippa now. McKenna, can you stop that? No, it's going to be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. It's not the most entertaining game. People will argue, why is this the most, highly regarded and crucial game? It's never destined to be an entertaining game. It's been very few playoff finals that have been entertaining. Not since Cardiff and Blackpool have we really had an explosive playoff final. And we're talking about 12 years ago here. The only time it explodes is within one moment. It doesn't explode by moment after moment. Moments, don't come often in this playoff final here, because we all know one moment is what one team needs to get into the Premier League. Hence why they're trying to keep the intensity high, but to make sure that they are playing as safe as they can here. It is throwing me back for how I did my playoff final stream last year. I think I cracked like 55, 60 viewers at a time, but never have I cracked over 100, nearly 200 at one stage as well, which is incredible. So thank you guys. Right. Jed Spence, what can he do now? He's up against Albert Thomas. He's going to pass it to Ryan Yates. Ryan Yates now in the midfield there. Going to pass it to Scott McKenna, playing quite high up the pitch right now. So if you want, wondering where they are, they're about 30 yards out, so a good 20 yards away from their penalty box here. Ryan Yates now, but Huddersfield pressing them like crazy there. Zinkernagel just about riding the press there, keeping their attack alive. Keenan Davis on the right-hand side against Tom Lees. What's he going to do? He's going to pass it back now to James Garner, who can hit one. James Garner! Oh! We got a goal! Unbelievable! And I said about the combination between James Garner and Ryan Yates. They have combined well. And they've scored the opening goal. Garner with the assist. Ryan Yates with the goal. It's happened 3 times already in this half. Third time of asking. An incredible ball by James Garner over the back line. And Ryan Yates, brilliant striker's play to get ahead of his defender. Oh my goodness me. And I gotta say, I hate to say it, but it's Levi Colwill who have the blame here, I think. Oh, I tell you what, if James Garner did not duck his head, it definitely would have not gone anywhere. It could be a no-goal by Levi Colwill. It's an own goal by Levi Colwill. No, Colwill, why did it have to be you? Why did it have to be you? Oh my goodness me. Was it very loud? Is my audio very, very loud? I'm so sorry if it was very loud. Oh my god, I think it's an own goal by Levi Colwill. I said that this was the best opportunity for him to really potentially have a good chance to be Chelsea's defender. But I think that will go down as a Colwill own goal. I've not seen what SofaScore have said it was. Yes, it's a Colwill own goal, according to SofaScore, as you can see here. I thought it was Yates. But to be fair, that combination was, dangerous. That combination alone has been giving Nottingham Forest that momentum and their attacking play. But that's really only been when their chances have come from. Play between Garner and Yates. And it's resulted in this goal here by Levi Colwill. 1-0 up. Nottingham Forest find themselves in the 43rd minute. This is honestly, what I said in this game, the longer that it stays 0-0, probably Nottingham Forest will struggle. But I said if Forest score first, I think they'll be alright. And here they go again. Davis now, but no foul given. Huddersfield really need to get a goal before half time. If they're 1-0 down, they've got it all to do in this second half here. Loud audio satisfying. He's one of our own. Ryan Yates is one of our own. Yeah. Are you a Forest fan? Relaxing times. Joyce has just celebrated that goal there. My God, my voice did not like that moment there. I always hate it when I have to scream, but it's worth it. What an unbelievable moment that is. So Matt is on the Huddersfield end watching that goal go in, but Bloom is on the Forest end, and because he's been to a couple of Forest games this season. Absolutely unbelievable. What a moment that was. This is massive and humongous for Nottingham Forest. Yeah, you're not wrong, Charlie, because right now, I think Nottingham Forest, because of their history, they put the pressure really on them. But now they've got this platform to defend. I really think they've really given themselves a great position now. We've only got 1 minute of added time. Now, apparently, this is a great stat. I didn't know this. In 31 finals, the team who has scored first has won 25 occasions. So let's put the percentages here. That is 80% of the time. When you score first in a playoff final, you win in the end. So basically, based on those stats here, there's only been 6 occasions where the team who has scored first has not been able to progress through the championship playoff final. The half-time whistle has gone, and I'm gutted for Levi Colwill because I personally think he's had a pretty good game. But it will go down to him because he, obviously got an edge there. He couldn't do much about it. If anything, there was either going to be a tap-in by Yates, but it was a tap-in, or like a knee-in, I should say, for Levi Colwill. It's his own goal, and that is why Nottingham Forest lead 1-0 at half-time. Unbelievable. Right, so half-time moment there. Have we hit 100 likes? Moment of truth. 92, we're really, really close. Guys, if you can hit the like button, please do so. It really, really does help. Normally Matt would react now, but he cannot do it right now. Well, can he not? Well, he's not live for a start. I'll be interested to see if he's able to react in this game right now. He has had tonsillitis and stuff like that, which I don't blame him. It's really tough to commentate through that, really, to be honest. A sleeping giant rises like a phoenix. That's a great way to describe it. Nottingham Forest have scored, and that is a really, really big goal for them. So, guys, please do continue hitting the like button. I'm so grateful for the support today. I really do appreciate all of you that do like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel. In terms of subscribers, we're on 1,147. We are 3 subscribers away from 1,150, which was our goal for today. If you guys have not hit the subscribe button yet, please do hit the subscribe button. It really, really does help the growth of this channel. It really is massively appreciative, and I really do appreciate all of you guys that do watch on this stream here. So now it's half time. I think now's the best time to potentially do a Q&A. I might do another poll, actually. I think that's a good thing to get some of you guys interacted. Okay, so what should we do? We've already done a prediction for this game. What will I tell you what? How many goals will we see in the second half? That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. I think this is what we'll do here. Let's do it properly. In the second half, and I'm going to do a couple of options here. We're going to do 0, 1, 2, and then 2 plus as an option there. So we've got 4 options. So guys, this is you predicting what you think will happen in this second half. We're 6 likes away, by the way, from 100 likes. Keep this going, guys. I really do appreciate all of the support. It really does help the growth of this channel. We've got a brand new poll now. How many goals will we see in the second half? I think at most we'll see 1. But that's at most. My actual prediction, I wouldn't be surprised if it stays 1-0 Forest. That would already be satisfying. I've already read that there. Rabbi, welcome to the stream. Oh no, I'm out of here, says Rabbi. No, don't go yet. Don't go yet. It's always appreciative to see all of you here. Excuse me. Let's look at today's benches and see the managers that can make. Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. Joyce thinks 2. That's interesting. So 2 goals. Potentially maybe a 2-goal comeback for Huddersfield. I mean, let's actually talk about this. So, if you look at this attack momentum here, you would see that Huddersfield started all right, but then most of the first half, it was pretty much Forest being very comfortable. What was disappointing is we've had only 1 shot from Huddersfield, which was, I'm guessing they're counting that Sorba Thomas cross as a shot, and then 5 shots to 0 on target, but they've somehow scored 1 goal, which obviously with Levi Colwill own goal, it's not a Huddersfield player doing it. So 0 shots on target, but still 5 shots. So they're definitely asking a lot more questions. 68% to 32% of the ball. 3 shots on target to 0 with 2 blocked shots to 1. Huddersfield having more corners, and in fact, that was pretty much one of their best plays when they had those 2 successive corners. So Forest have been able to defend from them very, very well. And I have a feeling Steve Cooper has asked his team to work on that. And this is going to be very interesting as well. This is the very first time in the playoff final where Steve Cooper's team is leading. How they're going to do with the mentality and holding a lead. Now, the thing is with Huddersfield, I said that I think they'll be better second half, and I think that they will. So I think what they'll have to do, I think for a start, I think Sinani could go off quite quickly. I want to see Turton on the pitch. I think we definitely need more movement in that right-hand side. Maybe him replacing Pippa or Sinani. Dwayne Holmes, I think, should go on. Maybe for one. Maybe could go on for Sinani, actually, to be honest. So in that right-hand side, we've barely seen anything going forward. Their attacks has really only been going down the left-hand side, really, with Toffolo and Thomas there. Those have really been the only two players that have really been able to create anything, and Danny Ward at one point and Lewis O'Brien. So I say Toffolo, Thomas, O'Brien, Ward have been the four players who've been able to create something. Sinani, Pippa and Hogg have been a bit of a letdown for me. So what I would do tactically, Turton and Holmes should go on the pitch for me. I wouldn't take any of the back three off yet. I know Colwell will definitely have, the eyes on him for conceding that own goal. But apart from that, I think he was really good. I think you should keep him on for now for pace. Because the likes of Davis and Johnson, their biggest threat, they've both had really quiet games so far. Both of them have barely been involved in the attacking play. But I'll tell you who has been involved in the attacking play, and it's these two midfielders, James Garner and Ryan Yates. They've been the two players involved. Every time they have some link-up play, and it's one or the other, really. Sometimes Yates finds Garner, but I gotta say, it's Garner. It's Garner creating the chance. He is really a special player. Maybe that's why Goldbridge is watching him to see how Garner does. And I will dare say, I think Garner has been the best player on the pitch so far. He has been the best player on the pitch so far, James Garner, for me. He's really been the one player dragging this team across. Defensively, I don't think the three have had too much to do. I think Worrell may be a bit of a shaky one, potentially. So, if they're going to go for a defensive option, maybe Figueiredo could go on, maybe. But what I will say on the bench, Cooper's not got many defensive options. Cafu could potentially play down there, but he's more central and a little bit more advanced. Max Slow could be in that position, but he doesn't normally play in Joe Worrell's position. He's more of a wide back, to be honest. So there's not many defensive options that I can see replacing Joe Worrell, but I do think he's been the one defender that I've been a bit touch and go about. I think McKenna and Cook have done quite well. Yates and Garner doing well, obviously. Colback's been quite quiet. Spence, I don't think he's been bad, but I think Toffolo's done a really good job on him. As I said, I think that left-hand side for Huddersfield has done quite well, but that right-hand side has really let them down. I definitely think Johnson and Davis need to be a bit more involved if you want, Forest definitely want to try and get more of a lead. But I think that's been down to Huddersfield defending quite well, apart from that, obviously, conceding that goal. And it's just James Garner with an exquisite delivery. It really, really is. In terms of I've already talked about what I would do. Maybe Joe Lolly should go on at some stage. Surridge could potentially go on for one of Davis and Johnson, because I think he'll be more fresh out of all of them there to go onto the pitch as well. Myton could also go on to get some crucial minutes too. I think the subs we'll see is, I don't think we'll get both Lolly, Surridge and Myton. They're all three attacking subs. I think we'll get one of Figueiredo and Lowe. Cafu could potentially go in. I'm almost certain Cafu will go on at some point. And then maybe Nolly over Surridge. I mean, maybe one of those two. I don't know if Myton will be available. In terms of Huddersfield, I think Holmes is going to go on some point. Turton should go on at some point. I'm saying should. I'm not saying he will, but he should go on, Turton, I think. Russell could also go on, and, who knows about Jordan Rhodes? He could be one that can definitely be a very crucial player at that time. But now then, what's interesting for Huddersfield, obviously the last time they were in the playoff final, they ended that game 0-0 between them and Reading. So they never had trouble in terms of chasing a lead. But now they've got to chase a lead, which is going to be a lot more intimidating for them. But I do think with their mentality, I think they have mentally very improved, Huddersfield Town. And personally, I do think what we could see in this second half is a slight improvement for Huddersfield, because obviously, Forest are going to trade back a little bit. They're going to want to defend the lead. But it's now going to be down whether that back line is going to be good enough to wither Huddersfield's attacks, personally. Rexy, good to see you. Let's actually look at comments now. Now's a good time to look at it. Around 2 likes of 100. Yes, we're on 98 likes. Guys, can we get to 100 likes before the second half? That would be unbelievable if we can get there. That will be an unbelievable achievement for this channel. And guys, another thing we're 2 away of. That's the wrong thing. This is the right thing there. We're 2 subscribers away from 1,150 subs. So guys, if you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so as well. Please like and subscribe as well. Could we go on the like spike now? I mean, we've not got, as many views as we did, but if we can, that'd be absolutely amazing for this channel. And also, if you can, hit the subscribe button, please also do that too. That also really does help the growth of this channel. Liking and subscribing, 2 things you could do for free that both really help the growth of this channel. Sharing the channel as well is also very, very helpful too. It really does help, more people know for what I'm doing around. Things that you can do above and beyond is also donating, but obviously you don't have to do that. That's under your own conscience there. You can also follow my social medias there. Twitter's on the left-hand side. Instagram, sorry, is my right hand side. I don't know about social medias today. But yeah, with 50 of you here, if any of you is new, my name is Alex. Lex Alexis, I call myself. I do championship content mostly. Career mode I do sometimes on my channel as well, although I might move it to a second channel personally. And the reason why I can't really reveal too much about my channel is because in my life personally, there's a lot of things happening that is going to change a load of things. So I can't guarantee what will be around. But what I will say at this moment of time, I don't have any plans of quitting. I have no plans of quitting anytime soon. There will be times that will be very hard in the 22-23 season to make content. But I definitely want to still keep going on this. It's something that I've grown for 3 years now. It'll be 4 years if I keep going to the 22-23 season. And the community we built there is incredible. So why should I drop it now? So I got to say thank you guys for that there. Let me know if your thoughts of the playoff game as it stands in the moment. We have got Huddersfield and Nottingham Forest fans here, I believe. Nah, Charlie, come on, let's get out of it. We're on 101 likes. I got to say thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I'm absolutely starstruck we managed to get to that. Matt's put something on his story there. Goodness me. Yeah, Matt's going to be there. I mean, I'm going to say Forest now. I'm going to be voting for them there. God, I'm so jealous, I swear. But fair play to him. I sent him a message the other day. So we exchanged a couple of things there. Any more questions that you want to ask me before the second half? Because we've got about just under 5 minutes before the second half is going to start again. We've got a long, long lead going for the poll right now. So if you're not voted in the poll, please do so as well, because we're predicting how many goals we're going to see in this second half. I think I probably would go for 0. But with 69% of the votes so far, it is currently 2. So it will be 2-1 or maybe 3-0 potentially. Those are the 2 scenarios that could happen. And 2-1 to which team? So there's 3 outcomes that could happen if that happens there. That would be incredible there. If Forest win, they will buy Grealish. They won't do that. Not a chance. Right. Let's see what's important there. Thank you guys for continuing to vote there. Any more comments that you want to say? Because a lot of you guys, this will be the first time you ever see me. So if you guys do want to ask questions on who this questionable fella is, make sure you do go for that as well. I have done a lot more streams recently, because I have been a bit put off streaming, watching games, honestly, but because a lot of people do it, but it's been one of the rare occasions where there's not really too many people streaming it. I mean, obviously Goldbush is streaming it, which had he not been streaming, then I'd been up there for potentially being the go-to guy to see who's streaming right now. I mean, to be fair, there are quite a few people streaming this game as well. But it's a great position if you're a Nottingham Forest supporter and player right now. O'Brien to Leeds. Well, if Huddersfield don't get promoted, I think it will be a great possibility. And for what I've seen in this game so far, he has got a great potential. Could you imagine that partnership with him and Phillips next year? Oh, don't get me excited. That'll be a really good partnership if we do get to see that. What are more of you saying here? What Premier League quality would go to Nottingham Forest if they get promoted? I personally think less than from what Huddersfield will get to Premier League. I see Garner being Premier League quality without a doubt. He's been the best player on the pitch for me. Johnson could potentially be Prem quality, maybe. I mean, it's an incredible couple of years for Johnson. Right now, Brennan Johnson has experienced recently, last year, losing in a playoff final in League One against Blackpool, if you remember right. I streamed it last year. And now he's in a position where he's winning a playoff final in the league above. So his journey as well has been incredible. Sorba Thomas has had an incredible journey. Johnson's had an incredible journey. Nee Nichols has had an incredible journey. It's two journey teams, really. And that's why I think it's, you're rooting for either one of them to do as well as you can. But it's been unbelievable. Right, it looks like Sinani's still on the pitch, which I personally would not have done if I was the manager. I would have probably put Turton onto his position or Dwayne Holmes. But he is going to stay on the pitch for now. And Jonathan Moss is getting everyone ready. And kickoff for the second half has just begun. Nottingham Forest potentially 45 minutes away from entering the Premier League for the first time in 23 years. Can they do it? Or will Huddersfield spoil their fun? We'll have to wait and find out. They're already starting the front foot, Nottingham Forest here. Joe Roll, but it's well defended by Lees. Now O'Brien on the ball. He's great defending again, this time by Steve Cook this time. And a free kick awarded to Huddersfield Town. Right. Any more comments there? I had a sub at the 50th minute. Well then, how are we actually doing with subs? I actually didn't know. We're still on 1,148, ladies and gentlemen. We're still 2 away from 1,150. So we're so close. We've hit our like goal, which is incredible. But guys, keep going with the likes. Keep going with the subscribers. They really do help the growth of this channel at some point. They really do. Right, free kick going in by Sorba Thomas. And it's not one, although it's back in possession for Danny Ward. Tom Lees now, but he's going to give it to... who is that? That is going to be Sinani there with the cross. All punched away by Brice Samba, taking no chances. But to Sorba Thomas now. Oh, okay. It's a decent delivery by Thomas, but it's collected by Samba. Already in this moment here, Huddersfield looking a little bit more intense, which is what I did anticipate. Right, Zinkernagel now, giving it to Brennan Johnson up against Pippa now. That's going to be an interesting battle. So Zinkernagel now to Johnson. Back to Colback now. Back to Colback. I see what I did there. Right, not a great joke. Let's go. Yates with a shot from distance. It's an easy save for Lee Nichols. Honestly, he will do those saves in his sleep, honestly. He shouldn't have shot from there. JP says, got to say, whoever wins this has a long, hard season in the Premier League to endure. Now is not a good time to go up. More weaker teams from last time Town did it. I got to say, because I do agree with you there. Is it JP your name? Yeah, JP. I do agree with you because I do think less teams that get promoted from the Championship stay in the Premier League these days. And the big reason is, and it was something I talked with Ben HD, which, by the way, if you guys have not seen my collaboration with Ben HD, I have made a video on him. If you guys don't know who that is, he's like the biggest Championship creator there is. What I'll do, in case you've not seen it, I'll paste the link to the video now. So I'll just do that. That will only take 2 seconds to do. So far, nothing really going on. A bit back and forth. It's more in less in Forest's half, though. So Huddersfield forcing the ball forward more, but they've not done a really good job so far in terms of creating anything at this moment of time. So they definitely need to work on that there. And just got to do a couple of backspaces there. And Bang. There we go. Back to live chat. Then the comment is there. Next goal determines everything. No, agree. I do agree with you there. So, by the way, the link I put there is the video that I did with Ben HD, in case you guys are curious about it. I mean, it'll be even better now if you guys can stay in the stream for now. But this is something that you could potentially see later on if you guys are interested, of course. Right. So, we have got a free kick awarded to Nottingham Forest, sorry. Sinani drawing the foul. In fact, conceding the foul. Ryan Yates is drawing the foul there. So it was, yeah. I mean, it's just an outstretched foot, and he doesn't need to do that. Sinani there. Should we go for another light target? Let's go for 115. We'll go up by 15 increments there. So the fact we've even got 100 likes, I am so grateful. Thank you guys so much. It's gonna be a chance. No, it's well defended. Jed Spence, no, well defended by Lewis O'Brien. Now then, okay, well, giving the ball away here. Levi Colwell booting the ball away. Now, McKenna getting ahead of Sorba Thomas. I didn't know McKenna would be that quick there. Will you stream Scotland, Ukraine? Now, that's a good question. Because the thing is with that, I am going to be working. I'm actually going to be in Ipswich on that day. But, having said that, if I can get back on time, I definitely think I can. And I think it'll be a really good game to stream as well. If others will go up, they have to spend big, because I don't think that squad can be in the Premier League. I think it's got some good individuals like Toffolo and stuff, but I agree, depth-wise, I think it will struggle. You know, because I'm even seeing right now the likes of Pippa, Sinani, I just don't really see them being first teamers in the Prem. So Huddersfield will have to use about 150 million if they get it, if they do win this game. But as it stands, of course, they're not winning. And Forest are 40 minutes away now from securing their first Premier League campaign in over 23 years. It will officially be the first time in my lifetime that I have ever seen Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. This is how big this all is. It is, you know, this is historic. We're 1,149 subs, by the way. We're one sub away from 1,150. Thank you guys for the support. Right, I'm going to pay attention to the game and not, let's say, pay attention on comments too much here. I will look at comments, of course. By the way, guys, you can also donate to the channel as well. You don't have to, of course, but there is a donate feature there because I've got monetization now, which is incredible as well. Lee Nichols going to give the ball to Naby Sarr. Naby Sarr now, not really being pressed by Forest here. And I've got to say, I don't think Forest will be too urgent here right now. They've got this lead. They've got to preserve their energy and stop any attack that Huddersfield have. That's pretty much what they've got to do. Toffolo to Jonathan Hogg, passing it backwards to Naby Sarr. Now to Sinani there, but passing it back to Tom Lees. Yeah, Huddersfield's struggling now. They're not really being able to advance up the field. I mean, possession-wise, Huddersfield have had a lot more of the ball in this half, which I did expect them to have. But what we saw against Luton, when they had more of the ball, they did create more. But as of now, in the 52nd minute, they've not done so. And Forest still looking very dangerous when they go forward. Keenan Davis does very well there. Keenan Davis, what a goal this will be. Oh, good defending. Levi Colwell does so well there. Oh my goodness me. That would have been an incredible goal if that was in. Right, Ryan Yates now. He's going to pass it to James Garner. Who else? Is he going to pass it? No, he's going to pass it to Joe Roller there. Jed Spence on the right-hand side. I'll explain the chance in a minute. We've got to see where this attack goes. Jed Spence with the cross. And it's going to be a corner. Is it a corner? Yes, a corner. Nottingham Forest's first corner. So, the chance came from Keenan Davis nutmegging, I think it was Tom Lees, and he took his pace ahead of him there. Sinani doesn't get anywhere near him. And Pippa, sorry, doesn't get anywhere near him. He does a cross, tries to find Brennan Johnson, but Levi Colwell, who I said was here for pace, gets ahead of Johnson and clears it away. So that is why Colwell's in that squad. He has got a very important role. So I'm just trying to defend the lad because he's a young player and he definitely should not get the blame if Huddersfield loses. Colback, corner comes in. Just disappointing again. This time it was Zinkernagel, but doesn't quite get The delivery. Now, Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien here. Ooh. He's trying to get the better of Jed Spence, but he's not doing it. I keep saying Aidan O'Brien. It's Lowe's O'Brien. Right, come on. James Garner, but he's giving it straight to Levi Colwell. I feel so gutted for him because Cole's actually played this game perfectly apart from that own goal. Right, Thomas with the ball cleared away by Cook, but straight back to Sorba Thomas. He's going to find O'Brien now. Charlie said he subbed again. Well, thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Well, we've made it to 1,150, guys. Thank you so much. We've got a free kick for Huddersfield by the looks of things. First yellow card of the game. And I believe it's gone to Zinchenko. He's got the first yellow card of this game. It's gone in the way of Nottingham Forest. Thank you, and thank you again, guys, for 1,150 subs. We're halfway through to 1,200. So thank you, guys, so much for that. That is an incredible achievement for the channel. We started today with 1,127. So the fact we're here is incredible. So I've got to say thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate the support. I actually completely forgot Zinchenko was Danish. I had no idea. But Zinchenko has collected, wrong verb there, the first yellow card of the game. Let's look at comments again. If they lose, James Ward-Prowse could be big. Yeah, it could be. Oh! Right. Well, the Naby Sarr tries to get ahead of the back line there, but defence was doing really, really well so far. Who have I been impressed with by both sides? James Garner for Nottingham Forest. Huddersfield. It's a bit difficult. At this moment, I've got to say, in terms of doing their job, I've got to say Harry Toffolo. You know, I know he's not quite been involved going forward, but defensively, Toffolo's been really good. Right, Thomas now with the cross. Oh, that was a really inviting cross. Jed Spence chests away. It's going to be another corner to Huddersfield. It is very nervy still. Definitely Huddersfield having a lot more success now getting into their opposition box. God, if I was just a bit lower, Danny Ward could have got ahead of there. I tell you what, Sorba Thomas can really make things happen. He's really been the one attacking player for me who can really create things. He's also the set piece taker as well. And it's another set piece situation for Huddersfield, scoring the most set pieces this season. All headed by Jonathan Hogg, and it's way over. It's going to be a goal kick. Right, have I read any more comments there? You need two more. Bournemouth for Philomentanes, Victor. Thank you for the support there, Charlie. I do appreciate that. Forest will be okay if we go up with a new. We have Champions League players on loan from Greece. Oh, yeah, Varianakis. Yeah, no, that's right. Olympiakos, he's got connections there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get signings from Olympiakos to Forest if they do go up there. But it will be very, very interesting to really see Nottingham Forest back in this league. And personally, I do think they will remind me of Brentford. I think they'll be a bit like Brentford this year, Forest, if they do go up to the Premier League. I don't think they're going to set the world alight. You know, like finish a top 10 finish like what Leeds did. But I do think they'll be comfortable. I think they're better equipped than the two other teams going up personally. I mean, Fulham right now, they've lost Carvalho and John Michael Seri. So they've not got a great situation on their hands. Gary Cahill's left Bournemouth, even though he's not been a first-team player. That's a crucial player they've lost as well. And Huddersfield and Forest looking like that they'll keep a lot of their players if they do go up anyway. Right, it's in possession of Huddersfield at the moment. Jonathan Hogg, I'm going to pass it to Sinani there. Back to Hogg. Now Pippa's let it go there. That's very poor from Pippa there. It's giving it straight to Jack Colback. And now Keenan Davis. Zinchenko. Oh, Zinchenko really has frustrated me in this game as a neutral fan. Him playing that number 10 role just doesn't... It's not working with Zinchenko at the moment. Cross comes in for Huddersfield. Good defending by... Scott McKenna. Yeah, Scott McKenna. Right, I'm going to end the poll because over 30 of you voted. Thank you guys for voting the poll. So 50% of the poll have voted that there will be 2 goals in this half, apparently, which I think is very interesting. You want to believe that Bournemouth stay up? Well, we'll see about that. Do you think Fulham will stay up? I think they'll yo-yo back down. I think they'll do a Norwich, personally. Right, good goalkeeping by Brice Samba there. The thing is, they're a bit. They do remind me a little bit like Watford, Fulham with the Prem. They use so many managers. You know, they don't look at like the tactics in the squad as being something that they need to just change right now. Right, Lyndon, it's good to see you in the stream. It looks like I've got a free kick for Nottingham Forest now. Huddersfield looking a little bit frustrated. Jonathan Russell's been on the pitch and he's not really done so much so far. So I didn't actually talk about that substitute because I was talking to you guys. So we have got a change of formation now. Jonathan Russell is on for Naby Sarr. So Corberán has gone to a back four. So we're going to get pretty much, let's imagine Lees, Colwill as the two centre-backs, Pippa and Toffolo as the other two. Then you've got, I think Russell would be the advanced midfielder, and then you've got O'Brien and Hogg still playing up high. Or what he could do, actually, he could bring, he could put Hogg back if he still wants to do a back five, though. So actually, you know, now that I think about it, because Hogg can play in an array of positions, he may not have gone to a back four at all. He has taken a defender off for a midfield player. But, oh, okay, ball goes in, caught by Nee Nichols there. What they could easily do is that Russell could be in Hogg's position, and Hogg can then cover for Naby Sarr. So they may still have a back five, but what I personally think they should do, they should go back four and should go more attacking personally, which I personally think is what I think they've done, I think. It's gone out for another throw-in, 60 minutes in. Half an hour left till full time here. Still 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. As it stands, Nottingham Forest will be returning to the Premier League. It means the derby, the Midlands derby between them and Leicester will be reunited. They had that rivalry briefly. I think it was the first time they had that rivalry in 6 years because they met in the Championship. But since Leicester got promoted to the Premier League, they've not had that rivalry since. So that rivalry is going to be back in domestic league form if Forest do get promoted, of course. It does feel so surreal. Sunderland back in the Championship and potentially Forest back in the Premier League. It feels absolutely crazy that those circumstances would have happened this all of this year so far. Unbelievable, really. So it's now Jonathan Hogg now on the ball for Huddersfield there. Let's actually talk about some stats. We've not talked about some stats. We're about nearly halfway through the second half. So now's a good time to talk about it here. So as you can see, the only yellow card going to Zinkernagel, and also another highlight. Huddersfield pressing Samba there, but he does well. Playing out from the back there. Nottingham Forest, so they're being a bit brave. Now this is a small opening. O'Brien now. Can you find anyone? No, it's good defending by Yates. Now Toffolo, Russell. Russell's playing a bit deep, so I think it's still back five and Hogg's back in the back five there. Oh, that's a ball and a half, but well defended by Steve Cook and Pippa this time, trying to get a good ball in. Look at that 8.1 rating from James Garner. He's definitely been the best player on the pitch for me. He's not got the goal, but he's created pretty much most of Nottingham Forest's opportunities with his long deliveries. Ball possession 62 to 38, but if you compare halves, look at this. Huddersfield having more of the ball in this half, as I said. So my eyes aren't lying. Huddersfield are having more of the ball. But still, Forest having 3 shots and having 2 shots on target as well. One of them being a blocked, the other one being a blocked shot, actually. 1 shot off target for Huddersfield there. So Huddersfield still struggling to create things. 1 corner kick each, 1 yellow card there. No big chances, as you can see. So it's been a bit quiet. But Huddersfield definitely have been asking more questions. They've just not really been able to create many chances despite holding on to the ball so much. That's my analysis so far. Bournemouth 20th next season. Bournemouth score not Premier League quality, says Ethan. Interesting. I mean, I won't do my Premier League predictions yet, but I do think it'll be very tough on the newly promoted teams to stay up. It always is very, very tough, to be fair. Huddersfield still once again on the ball, but great defending by Cook again. I've got to say, Steve Cook has been a signing and a half for Forest. He's been really good. Now, here's Sorba Thomas. He does well. Great defending by McKenna now with the block. He gets ahead of Jack Colback there. So Colback gets away with that a little bit there. We're on 107 likes, guys. We're 8 likes away from 115. So if you've not liked the stream, please do drop a like for the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel. I really am appreciative for all the support today. It has been unbelievable, to call a phrase from Chris Kamara. We're still on 1,150 subs. I've got to say thank you guys so much for getting me to that goal. That is an incredible achievement, considering where we were starting off with. So thank you guys so much for that. Let's see if we can maybe push to 1,160. Maybe that's a bit too much to ask for at this stage, but I believe in all of you guys. You guys have been absolutely fantastic, and you guys have been a pleasure for me to talk some football about. Now, Huddersfield's still on the attack here. By the way, just a couple of plugs. Social medias are down there. Discord server, you can join it by the top link in the description. And you can even donate as well, but obviously you guys don't have to do that either. And another thing you can do for free that helps the channel is sharing this channel as well. All of those things really do help the channel, and I really appreciate all of you that have been involved in a positive way today. All roads once led to Webley for the Terriers will be roads to the promised land. Yeah, the thing is, they should probably rely on him. Now, Sam Surridge looks like he's going on the pitch, which I did anticipate he would be on. Potentially on for one of Davis or Johnson. Maybe more for Davis, I think. I think Johnson's got a bit more stamina. And obviously Davis is just recovered from injury. So I definitely think it will be Davies going off and Surridge going on there. But we'll see what happens in this attack here. So as it stands, it is still Sorba, Thomas giving it to Jonathan Hogg. Jonathan Hogg's had a lot of touches, but he's not been able to create a lot. Thomas tries to get across him, but well blocked by Zinckernagel there. Right. It is going to be Keenan Davis, like I did say. Davis is going to go off the pitch, like I did call. In fact, I called it before the second half even took place. I think Davis recovered from an injury. He got 65 minutes, so fair play to him to get back into that fitness quickly. But now Surridge, who has definitely been more fresh than Davis, because obviously he's had to deputise him from his injury, he could be a really good substitution for Nottingham Forest in this position here. Now, I've got to say, I know with Championship playoffs, things happen in moments, and you necessarily can't predict it, but for what I've seen so far, I do not see Huddersfield being able to create a goal. Although, having said that, Dwayne Holmes is now going on the pitch, and Jordan Rhodes. Who did I say had to go off the pitch? So Dwayne Holmes is on, which I told that he should go on. Ward's off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I would expect Rhodes to be on for Ward. Okay, well, I did say they needed 3 substitutions, and 2 of those substitutions have come true. I only need Turton to go on for Pippa for me to actually correctly predict all 3 substitutions from Huddersfield, actually. Maybe I know a little bit more ball than I thought. Right, so it is now in the possession of Nii Nichols. Now 66 minutes now in this game. We are 24, can't do the maths, 24 minutes and stoppage time away from seeing what is going to happen. Is it going to be stoppage time? Is it going to be extra time? Or is it going to be Nottingham Forest going back into the Premier League? Or can Huddersfield get a 2-goal comeback in that time? You cannot, rule them out yet. But the thing is, for what I've seen so far, Nottingham Forest defensively have looked fantastic. They've looked defensively like how they have been for most of the season. This robust team that don't concede many goals and been having the best defence in the league. I would have to say maybe their Sheffield United second leg game was just a blip, really, because there was 2 really weak chances that they conceded in that second half. Yeah, that's right. You could be inviting them, one of them, to Ellen Road in the opening day of the season. That would be exciting if that's the case. I'm not the one to predict fixtures, though. If that's something you want to see, do let me know, though. Jed Spence does very well. Oh, definitely got to be quite careful there. You don't want to be sent off just been going on the pitch, Jordan Rhodes. Make sure you keep your head in the game there. Yeah, Rhodes is on, exactly. We did mention him. He'll be a very crucial player. He's not necessarily quick. He's quite a mobile striker, but he's very, very good for set pieces. He scored from a Sorba Thomas set piece to send Huddersfield through to the final. So he's definitely got all the materials there, but I tell you what, if Huddersfield do lose out, then I'm a real jinx. You know, all the times I've not backed Huddersfield, the one time I have backed them, they're now losing this game. So it is going to be Jonathan Hogg now on the ball. It's gone very scrappy, hasn't it? It's been difficult to talk about it now because each team is just giving the ball away, and just like that, just a long ball, doesn't find anyone, goes out of play, and it's a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. Oh, Frank Clark. I recognise that face anyway. Wow. Big moment. Stuart Broad's going to be there as well because he's if you like your cricket, you'll know Stuart Broad is a Nottingham Forest fan. He was actually watching the semi-final with Joe Root because he's obviously being from Yorkshire, he's a Sheffield United fan. Oh, that's some good play there. Zinkernagel, where did this come from? Okay, he's now entered the game. Surridge, can he put a ball through? Sam Surridge now. Oh, he's got Jonathan Hogg to beat. He's not done well there. Right, Jack Colback now with the ball. Can he find Brennan Johnson? No, it's good defending. No, it looks like Colwell's headed it out and Holmes has cleared it properly. Just like that, all of a sudden, Forest looking quite dangerous, and Surridge having that freshness as a striker is good. Right, Zinkernagel now. Johnson! Just wide. We actually had a shot. We actually had a shot in his half. Get in. So it was Brennan Johnson this time. So he actually started with Zinkernagel doing some fancy tricks. Doing what a number 10 should do. Create, a transition from midfield to attack. And lo and behold, when he did that successfully and didn't give the ball straight to a Huddersfield player, Nottingham Forest have a chance. So I do think if they do have a better number 10, other than Zinkernagel, I think Nottingham Forest could have attacked a lot more. But they won't be complaining with this 1-goal lead. They'll be wanting to win no matter what scoreline. So it's only like a regret if Forest concede a goal and they don't go through to the Premier League. Where, as it stands, I talked about my prediction or probability or win probability, with it being 60-40 edging Huddersfield in the opening 10 minutes. But now it's looking 85% Forest, 15% Huddersfield now, I've got to say. Zink is 11, isn't he? Yeah, no, Zinkernagel is number 11. You're absolutely right there. Okay. Chat's a little bit quiet right now, but I think they're just watching the game. But 49 of you still watching. Holy crap, I never really averaged this many viewers at all. I've got to say, it's been absolutely surreal. You can tell it never happens in a stream. So I'm incredibly grateful there. We're 6 likes away from 115. So guys, thank you so much for this. I really do appreciate it. Scott McKenna to Ryan Yates. The only thing missing now is actually a donation. That's the only thing that's not been done. I mean, because I think I've got a couple of follow requests on social medias and Discord. I don't know about that yet. But yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that's happened so far. But I've got to say right now, I'm really enjoying this. Whilst it's not been the best game in quality and chances, it's been a really, really tight game. And I've really enjoyed it. You can tell why these two teams are there. They've definitely got good things going for them. I think criticism from media will be saying, like, why did Huddersfield, threaten, as little as this? Now, this could be a good chance. Dwayne Holmes now. A bit of fresh legs here. Oh, does he find anyone there? Oh, this is a good big penalty appeal here. This is a huge penalty appeal here. And I think he's awarded a yellow card for Thomas for diving. I think Jonathan Moss has given Thomas a yellow card for diving? Or is it Toffolo for diving? Oh, I think there's a slight connection there between Colback and Toffolo there. Ooh, actually. VAR's going to have a look at this. They'll definitely look at this VAR. And this is what I'm dreading about now. This, this decision there. Yeah, VAR is looking at this right now. Let's see it. From this angle, I think it's a pen. I think it's a penalty, guys. I got to say, seeing it, I thought it was a penalty. Oh my gosh. I think there is contact there. And I tell you what, Jack Colback. Oh my goodness me. I just said that Nottingham Forest would not complain with this scoreline. But that's... Oh, looks like nothing's been given. No pen. Okay, then. No penalty and no foul. And does that mean the yellow card's still awarded to Toffolo for diving? Because if that's the case, that's very harsh. Because I thought there was some contact there. Oh, wait, hang on, wait, what's he doing there? Oh, no, substitutes, that's what he's doing there. Oh, looks like Max Lowe is going on the pitch. Charlie Brown says he did dive. Zinkenagel on for Max Lowe. So I did expect Max Lowe to go on, and I did expect Zinkenagel to go off, but I didn't think they'd actually be on for each other. So clearly, Steve Cooper adding in an extra defender. So he's going for, well, it was already a back five, but it's most definitely going to be almost a back six now. Unbelievable then. And Jack Colback's not happy with something there. Probably getting a bit of abuse right now following what's happened there. That's a huge moment there. VAR did have a good look at it and was pretty quick with their decision. Much quicker than what VAR did in the Champions League final, I'll tell you that. So I've got no complaints with that. That was a very, very quick turnaround of events there. Definitely could have been a penalty, and I have seen penalties given for that before, but VAR clearly didn't see enough in that, and they originally awarded Jonathan Moss with a correct decision to book Harry Toffolo for diving. I definitely think he goes down a bit theatrical, but I definitely think there is contact there. There is a foul there, conceded by, I think, Russell. Yates drawing the foul, and a free kick for Nottingham Forest in a central position here. I've not seen Bloom or Matt, but I think they're a bit further back. You know, it's very difficult to see them, man. With the amount of people here, I'll be very interested to know the attendance of this Wembley crowd. But I've definitely not seen them so far, but I'm going to be very, very excited to potentially speak to either one of them about what they think about it so far. Wow. Really, really exciting stuff here. So, 75th minute, free kick for Nottingham Forest. Cross comes in. Oh, McKenna wins it, but then Sorba Thomas manages to head it away. Back to danger, but no, headed away this time by Jordan Rhodes now. Doing some defensive work here. And here comes Scott McKenna. And Russell gets a tackle, but it's now a throw into Forest. This is honestly really good for Forest now. 15 minutes left. They got away with something potentially. Maybe could have conceded a penalty. But it's still 1-0. And as it stands, oh, long ball going in there. And, oh, definitely a foul by Sam Surridge for Nichols there. Definitely a collision. And now Surridge is going to go down. So, a bit tactical that there. Nichols is not going to be pleased for that because he's going to say that this is time wasting there. Something similar was the penalty in the Youth Cup, says Joyce there. I didn't actually manage to see that game, but there was some controversy in that. So, I'm definitely going to have to look at that again. Oh, yeah. Hogg will assist the equaliser, says Charlie. So, you think Huddersfield will get an equalising goal? Oh, interesting. We did predict how many goals we'll see in this half, and most of you predicted 2 goals, which I think is very interesting. I said that there'll be 0, and as it stands, I am right, but there's 14 minutes left. Things can still change. It's a weird one, this. I need to look at it in a different angle. Let's see this. There's very minimal contact there, I think. I don't think it's not a lot of contact, but I think it's minimal. God, it's going to be a very controversial decision looking back at that. 77th minute, still 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. They are 13 minutes away to the Premier League, their first Premier League in over 23 years. Oh, look who it is. It is Dermot Gallagher, the referee, or the retired referee at least. I'll be interested to hear his thoughts on it. Right, it is Pippa now on the ball. I'm surprised Pippa's still on the pitch. I'm still waiting for the substitute for Turton to go on for Pippa, but doesn't look like that may happen now. Charlie Brown's predicting the 83rd minute for an equaliser. I'm just thinking if I could do another poll. Actually, I've got a good idea. I've got a good idea for a poll. So he's going to think about for next year. Oh, okay. Small bit of play for Surridge there to Jed Spence. Ryan Yates. And he doesn't find anyone. That's disappointing. The next year. So the poll question is, who will finish highest in the Premier League next year? So I'm going to obviously include Fulham and Bournemouth. But because there are... In fact, actually, no, I'll do 3. Forest. And then I'm even going to put... I'm going to put them in brackets, basically. So, basically, the poll is, who do you think is going to finish the highest in... I'm going to tell Matt you said that. Right. There's the poll. Who will finish highest in the Premier League next year? Fulham, Bournemouth, Forest, and I'm going to put brackets or Huddersfield. In the very small chance that they may get something. Because obviously, an equalising goal now could definitely give them a good opportunity. Cross comes in, headed away by Max Lowe here. Booted away now by Forest. Jonathan Hogg now on the ball. Very equal second half. I definitely think Forest were the better team first half. Second half a lot more equal. Huddersfield much improved, I would dare say. But as it stands, we've not had many shots to talk about. So it's not been necessarily the best games for chances. But in terms of intensity and drama, it's right up there. John Russell now. He's going to give it to Dwayne Holmes against Ryan Yates. O'Brien. Whoa, brilliant tackle by Worrell there to win that back. Russell back to Dwayne Holmes. Bit of a spell of possession for Huddersfield right now. They're going to be looking for this equaliser. Forest have got one extra defender now from what they started off with as well. Zinchenko going off, which he did need to go off. He was really struggling in his number 10 role. Right, it's going to be... Oh, a cross goes in. A claim for a handball by Jed Spence just outside the box, but nothing given. It's going to be a corner to Huddersfield. Another set-piece situation here. If you keep giving Huddersfield the set-pieces, they could get something here. Can we see Matt and Ben HD hand over the championship trophy to the winner? I tell you what, that would be a great honour if they did, but, you know... There's barely any Premier League representatives from YouTube, so there's no way we're going to see any Championship representatives there. Sorba Thomas going to take this corner. Good running there. Headed away. I think it was by Surridge, so I think it's going to be another corner for Huddersfield. I don't know. I can't hear any audio, by the way, guys, because my monitor I'm using... hasn't got any plugged in speakers right now, so I'm listening to this on mute right now, so I have no idea what any commentators are saying. You know, I've not got anything at the moment. I mean, this is what I'm aiming for next year, to see if I am streaming, to see if I can improve my setup and get a headset when commentating there, because when you commentate, you know, normally you do have a mic and headset, really. Okay, Brice Samba going to take the goal kick. It was actually not a corner. It was a goal. It was a goal kick. So I think it was Rhodes who actually had that connection there. So it wasn't a corner. My apologies there. Right, it's still Colwell on the ball there, trying to find. Oh, that's a good pass actually. Toffolo now on the left hand side. Can he get something there? That's a really good cross, but no Huddersfield players in the box to receive it. That's so disappointing. That was an exquisite cross by Toffolo. That was a perfectly weighted cross for it to be a good goal. Oh, another tussle in the box, but nothing given again. Oh my goodness me. Huddersfield are really going to be moaning about the penalty appeals here. Header, maybe. No. He can't win the header there. Jordan Rhodes doesn't get ahead of Jed Spence. They're complaining again, O'Brien, and he's saying he was fouled by Max Lowe, who obviously Max Lowe has not played much football recently with his injury, so he would potentially show a bit of a lack of sharpness. But Corberan, yeah, not happy with that decision there. I can see there. Is Gasping in the room? Yes, he's still there, but he is so fast asleep that I would feel bad if I woke him up. Guys, we're on 110 likes. We're 5 away from 115, which would be absolutely incredible. Let's see this. Oh, no, that's a pen. That's a pen. What Max Lowe did there to O'Brien was a penalty. I'll tell you why. Because Max Lowe's tackle gets nowhere near the ball, And the thing he actually does kick is O'Brien's shin. Are they still looking at this? I don't think they are. I think there's a drinks break now. My goodness me. I mean, if I was a referee, I'd make different decisions right now. Samba now. I mean, goalkeepers with cramps in a final. You know, you see it all so often. I think he's getting his yellow card out as well, Jonathan Moss there. He's not having any of it. But goalkeepers having cramps and time wasting in main finals, you know, that's something you're always guaranteed in life. 3 things you're guaranteed in a playoff final: drama, contrast of emotions, and goalkeepers time wasting due to cramp. Yeah, but actually, now that I think about it, it's the first time that a penalty has not been awarded by VAR. So first time VAR's been used in the playoffs. So this is definitely a load of history right now here. Forest now time wasting, yes. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest. I really am not. You know, they're going to be tired. They're going to want this game to end, and it's going to feel like the longest 6 minutes of their life. Gatsby's just woken up now, but I think he's still going to try and stay there. We're on 84 minutes. Horvath looks like he's getting his kit on. No, he's not injured. I don't think Samba's injured. Oh, come off it. I don't know if Samba really is time wasting or he's actually picked up an injury, because I don't remember anything that's made him stretch. He's not had a save to make, Samba. He's not had a save to make. It's another it's a throw into Huddersfield now. Let's just quickly look at comments, because I was going to look at no Gatsby, no party. Gatsby is still here. We're 4 likes away from 115. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I really, really do. We have gained a sub as well with 1,152. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate the support for this channel all the time. Right, hang on a minute. This could be a chance for Dwayne Ohms to Toffolo. Great tackle by Toffolo. Not Toffolo. Jed Spence, sorry. Oh, here's Marianakis saying his prayers. Evangelos Marianakis, the Nottingham Forest owner. He's doing all his, well, not tarot card reading, but he's doing all his rituals, his prayers, to see if he can get his team to survive this. I gotta say, if I did get tickets, I would have been at the Huddersfield end, and I would have rather been on the end that would have won the game. So maybe it was good that I didn't go to Wembley, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how Max would have experienced it. No, for what I know, Matt would have really, really enjoyed it, which I think he has. You know, to be fair, you know, Matt's could have been a good cross there, but defended well. You know, with Matt, you know, being around in Midlands and Coventry, you know, with him going to London is quite a big deal. All shot high and over the goal. Pippa, that's really disappointing there. Corberan was very disappointed with that. Very disappointed with that. I can almost see that there, because they had a good spell of possession there, Huddersfield, and were definitely asking some questions, but that's really been the story of their game. Samba really could have had a holiday today. He really has not been called on for action there. And now Huddersfield Town's reaction there says it all there, to be honest. I've still not seen Matt or Bloom, but I'm not too surprised. It's not easy seeing them there. A lot of reaction with VAR right now there. A lot of people saying that Huddersfield should have had penalties. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, to be honest. A lot of controversy. I mean, to be honest, I know there's slight contact with the first one, that Toffolo got booked for diving, but I understand why it wasn't given. The second one I felt was more obvious. That should have been a penalty for me. I think because the ball was still in play, and it was still potentially, you know, an opportunity for Huddersfield. Nothing was given and then nothing was brought back. But that's very dodgy. That is very, very dodgy, those two decisions there. They're definitely going to be talked about. I mean, I'm really, really tired, but I feel like I have to talk about my reaction to the whole game. So I probably will make a video later today talking about my reaction to the playoffs. My voice will be tight with all the talking I've done today, but You guys, well, if anyone who's new, then, you guys will be able to see a video for me as well this time. Huddersfield still forcing the possession here. Odin O'Brien getting into the box. Cross comes in. Samba does well. Catches it. Oh, and Samba's acting like he's hurt again. Oh, dear. Oh, come on. I mean, if it is, it's great. It's great acting. I'll tell him that. If any of you can, more of you can vote, that'd be fantastic. 68% of you are saying that Nottingham Forest will have a better Premier League season. It looks like Horvath will be going on. Could you imagine if Horvath concedes a goal later on? Yeah. Jonathan Moss is aware of Samba time wasting there, and he sent him off. He's not sent him off red card, but he's sending him off the pitch now. So Samba's going off, and Horvath is going on. Samba off, and Horvath is on. That's one substitution I could not predict. But Horvath will be making 1 minute plus however many stoppage time we'll have. I think we're going to have 7 minutes. I think we'll have 7 minutes of added time. That's my prediction. And normally I'm pretty close at predicting this. We've had VAR. We've had Samba time wasting. So I think we'll have 7 minutes at least. I think. I don't know if I saw Matt or not. I don't know if I saw him. Maybe not. I might recognise it later on. Right, my phone's nearly out of charge as well. That's not helpful. There's a balloon on the pitch, which they're going to have to deal with. And yeah, 6 minutes of added time. Okay, a little bit too much this time, but I was only 1 minute off, actually. Rexy's for 8 minutes. Oh, Charlie is... Charlie's not happy with Samba there with what he's done there. But we have 6 minutes there. A lot of people saying there's no point in VAR because, basically, it's an opinion thing, isn't it? A lot of opinions are saying that it should have been a penalty, and I can see that. Oh, it looks like Gatsby's about to leave. It's feeding time for you, isn't it? So I'm not surprised if you are wanting to leave. Hello. Listen for it. He's going to make a loud thud. Ready? That was him. Right, I might have to open the door for him. So guys, let me... what can I ask you guys before I open the door for him? Because I'm going to have to open the door for him. Obviously, he's going to be tearing up my room. So, what should I say? Okay. Guys, this is the final thing that I'll ask for you guys to do. Who has had the best season in the Championship? And who has had the worst season? Who's had the best and worst season in the Championship? That's the question I'll ask you guys. I just got to open my door to let Gatsby out, and I'll be back within 2 seconds, alright? We're still 5 minutes in. Nottingham Forest fans really loud in volume there, which I'm not surprised. They've got a really big moment on their hands. Right, back in like a couple of seconds, okay? Back, right. He's unbelievable, There was a basket in the way, and he didn't want to go out, so I had to literally push him out the door. Right, 92 minutes. We've still got 3.5 minutes of the added time left. It's not been the most memorable playoff final that I've seen, but it's definitely been a typical playoff final. I'll definitely tell you that. It's definitely not been a very unusual one. It's been a very typical playoff final with drama, controversy, a big goal, a moment out of nothing. And yeah, it's not one for the save compilations, but... Oh, that's some good play. Oh, my goodness me. That's a huge chance by O'Brien there. Oh, my God. I thought Huddersfield might have had this here. goodness me. Some really one-touch play. O'Brien just inside the box. I tell you this, if Russell got a toe on that, that'd have been an equaliser and 1-1. That's how close this was. Oh my goodness me, Forest got away with that. Nottingham Forest got away with that big time. 3 minutes left still of this game. And still 50 viewers. Oh my gosh, here. Worse for Derby. Yeah, it's like the hope they had, didn't they? And then it just completely just wasn't great, wasn't it? Imagine if Alex misses a goal. Well, I imagined I wouldn't miss a goal with what I've seen here. Forest, yay, says Reading fan there. From a Forest fan, I think Luton have been the biggest overachieving team this season. I've got to say, I agree with you. I think Luton have had a really great season. I think Huddersfield also overachieving, personally. Oh, yeah, Corberan very frustrated now. Only 2 minutes left. Only 2 minutes left. I think I did see that, actually. I think I saw him. Only 2 minutes left. Less than 2 minutes left. Oh, my goodness me. So, this is by far the closest Nottingham Forest are going to be to the Premier League if they don't get it. It's got to be it now. It looks like Steve Cooper is going to win the playoffs in the third time of asking. It is third times the charm. It would mean my success rate for the playoffs has gone down because it'll be a 33% success rate this time. Because I would have incorrectly predicted 2 teams to go up in my 3 years of doing the championship. But it's one of those things. It really is a lottery sometimes, the playoffs, isn't it? Felt so sorry for Rooney? Yeah, I agree with you there. But the fact he's staying on, he's such a great character. And we'll see if... Because Kirch has nearly finalised everything there. So he's nearly got everything confirmed there. Oh, Holmes trying to run forward, but great block there. My God, Corberan's literally throwing the kitchen sink. He's literally doing this, getting everyone into the penalty box now. This is it. I mean, we are 20 seconds away from finding out who will be in the Premier League next year, maybe. Long throw-in by Dwayne Holmes, headed away by Jed Spence. Now back in possession with Dwayne Holmes. Cross comes in. Doesn't go anywhere. Surely this is it. Surely this is it. 96 minutes are up now. Surely this is it. Huddersfield, one of the most successful teams in the playoffs. Looks like they're going to come short today against Nottingham Forest with their 23-year hiatus about to end. Horvath is just still on the ball. It looks like it's about to end. I'm going to end the poll so I can see comments here. It looks like Cooper is talking with Corberan here. Nottingham Forest by far the most voted there. And it's it! Nottingham Forest end their hoodoo out of the Premier League. The first time they will be in the Premier League in 23 years. It has been a roller coaster of 2 really, really bad decades for this Nottingham Forest team. At one stage going into League One for a couple of seasons, they've been stuck in the Championship for over 12 years. Over 12 years. And now they have returned back to arguably where they belong in the Premier League. Unbelievable scenes. We've got less people on the pitch right now. I tell you what, there's a lot of there's not a pitch invasion right now, so clearly the stewards are doing a fantastic job right now. I was expecting a full-blown pitch invasion at this time, but it looks like they've got them under control here. Absolutely unbelievable. The goal itself came from a brilliant bit of quality from James Garner, from a really good long ball, and it was an own goal by Levi Colwill, although it would have been Yates who would have got the goal if he did get a touch on it. Relaxing Times is celebrating, saying let's go. Absolutely incredible. Steve Cooper is in tears, and I'm not surprised. He has got a team out of the playoffs in the third time of asking. Third time's the charm. He's been this close twice before with previous teams in Swansea. But he's now done it. With Nottingham Forest, they will be a Premier League team next year. They will be the final member of the Premier League 22-23 season. Huddersfield would officially stay in the Championship next year. It's been an incredible season for them. But is it going to be a really tough season next year for them? They're going to have a lot of their players interested by Premier League clubs to sign them. Absolutely unbelievable. I'll stay on till 6:30. I'll stay on till 6:30. So 4 minutes, guys, to give me your reactions and comments. Oh, this is beautiful scenes for Nottingham Forest here. Wait for the Jurgen Klopp air punches there. Oh, Sambi, you are not injured at all. Come on, look at you there. Let's go, Forest, says Charlie Brown. Rabbit saying his congratulations. Fair play to you there. Congrats to Forest from a Town fan. Very tight game and a no goal decides it. Good luck next season. Yeah, that's all. Now, not all 92 so far, Coniston. I'm going to be very pedantic. We're still waiting to see which one of Solihull Moors and Grimsby will be joining League 2. But after that, we'll know all the 92 teams of next year. I am ready already for 22-23. I don't know about you. My goodness me. Marianakis will be a Premier League owner. There we go. We've got more people on the pitch now. Just celebrating here. We thought they were down and out by September. And that's the unbelievable thing. And we definitely got to talk about that. I'll be mentioning that when I talk about my reaction to this playoff game. Nottingham Forest fans undoubtedly in full harmony right now. It would be similar to Liverpool earlier. Yeah, we'll find out. Guys, this is your final chance to show support for the channel. In terms of likes, we are 2 likes away from 115, guys. If you could smash that like button, that would be incredibly appreciative. I really, really do appreciate it. And guys, for subscribers, we are on 1,153. We're 2 subs away from 1,155. That'll be a great number to end on after what has been an incredible day for Nottingham Forest. I got to put my hands up. I did not think Nottingham Forest would get promoted behind the playoffs, but they did. And fair play to them. You know, because it's often the third place team goes up and Huddersfield got a great record in the playoffs. But Forest were just better on the day. They were better on the day. Let's actually talk through some stats because it's only 2 minutes left till I'm going to be leaving and then recording my reaction to this. So, ending 1-0. As you can see, that from that attack momentum there, Huddersfield much better in the second half, like I did say. But the biggest difference, and what I said will decide it, is how Forest will defend. And they defended like troopers. They really, really did. Lowe was on for Ziganagel, Horvath on for Samba there. I predicted 2 of the substitutions correctly in Rhodes for Ward and Duenas for Sinani. So, interestingly, as you can see, 0 shots on target for Huddersfield Town. Hence why I said Bree Samba could have had a holiday today. 5 shots to 9. 52% overall. If you look at the contrast here, 68 to 32% for Forest in the first half. Second half, 63 to 37 to Huddersfield in the second half. So, but not really a tale of 2 halves though, because as you can see, it was more one-sided for Forest in the first half and very equal in the second half. The only thing that wasn't equal was the possession stats. Definitely more set pieces for Huddersfield. 4 corners to 2 there. 11 fouls for Nottingham Forest. They did well to disrupt the play. 1 big chance miss, which was actually near the start with Ryan Yates' chance there. 3 shots inside the box to 1 there. So Huddersfield actually having more shots inside the box and only 1 shot inside the box in that entire game, which was that header, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Shots inside the box 8 to 2. 2 goalkeeper saves 2 to 0 there. Absolutely incredible. You could see how they contrasted with their styles here. 8.2 James Garner man of the match. I got to agree. Right, so it's 8:30. Right, well, 6:30 right now. This is your final minute, guys, for comments. Samba's reheard his groin celebrating. Yeah, of course he has, hasn't he? Charlie's now happy that Huddersfield didn't go up there. Didn't remember that. Yeah, 91. No, that's absolutely fine, Coniston. I thought about it when I was driving today, but now that final is really going to determine things out. That could be something. If I can watch the National League final, I might try and stream for you guys, because that's a really big game, actually. Right then, I think we're ready to end off the stream here. How did we do with likes and subscribers near the end? I think we're still on 113. So guys, if you've not liked the stream, please do like the stream. It really does help the growth of this channel if you do. We're still on 1,153 subs apparently. So guys, if you've not hit the subscribe button, please also do that too. All of that really, really helps. Sharing the channel really helps this channel as well. It really does help as well. And that, I think, will have to be it. My social medias are down there if you want to join. Discord server, first link in the description. There's donations up there as well. If there's the opportunity that some of you have donated and I've not seen it, you immediately get a shout out anyway. You're automatically legends, because that is my source of income, and it does go into YouTube. Like, for instance, one of the donations is going to go towards a new camera, which I'm going to get for this channel quite soon. I generally fear for all three promoted teams having to be proven wrong. I just don't see any of them surviving, or one at most. Yeah, I can almost agree with you there. Right, I mean, it's, you know, if you're Nottingham Forest, you just want to be celebrating and having fun and, you know, having all of that there. Look at that. Steve Cooper's, you know, in an emotional mess right now, and I don't blame him. Right, I think this will have to be it. I've got to say thank you so much, guys, for this stream. I was very sad that I couldn't be there. I would have loved to be at Wembley and seen the moment live, but this as an alternative, you guys have already made it 10 times better, 100 times better for me there. So I've got to thank you guys for that. You've made it fantastic there. And yeah, final things to say. If you want to see more from the channel, please make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. I will be streaming career mode soon. I'll be doing some videos this week as well. Got a couple of things planned there. Please like if you've not done so. Please subscribe if you've not done so. Please share if you've not done so as well. And I think that will be it. So guys, I'm wrapping up now. It has ended. Huddersfield 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Nottingham Forest return to the Premier League for the first time in 23 years. Huddersfield are going to have another season in the Championship. Absolutely incredible. A moment of magic, and James Garner take a bow. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys hopefully very, very soon. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much. See you guys.